Start recording. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And welcome everybody to another episode of Dungeons and Rocks Fall Everyone Dice. I'm here with the crew of the Nostromo. This is episode 163. All right, Johnny, what happened last time?
Well, since I was here, I can totally recall it with perfect clarity. Previously on the Nostromo, our heroes began making preparations to confront Albus Goldsmith, a duplicitous and power-hungry Varisian noble whose affliction of being cursed with dragon's greed has led him to abetting many of the evil factions, wreaking havoc across all of Galacy, and even killing and assuming the identity of his own twin brother Navius to seize control of the Goldsmith family. After uncovering the awful truth about Albus and his business dealings, and resurrecting Navius, the crew planned an ambush for the wedding of Decadic Thornbrook, who'd been promised to marry one of the Goldsmith daughters, but hoped to use the ceremony as an opportunity to confront Albus and remove the curse driving him mad, and restoring Navius to his proper position in the family. First, the party decided to preempt the proper wedding and instead throw a bitching pirate party at the city of Freeport, where Decadic eloped with their crewmate Tatiana Goldsmith, granting him some political and arcane power to move against Albus now that they're in the same family. Second, the crew had to find somewhere to sequester Albus after removing his curse, both to prevent the truth of his crimes from being exposed and to keep him from harming himself should the process break his mind. Decadic learned that the Pirate King would be willing to create a demi-plane in which they could safely imprison Albus, provided they do him a favor in kind. While Decadic resolved that matter, the rest of the crew of the Nostromo pursued another avenue to restore their comrade Strom Skybreaker, long since trapped within a crystal ball, and procure a poison deadly enough to strike down their long-standing enemy, Bravaxus the Red Dragon. The crew were granted the use of a teleport, taking them to the desolation of Samadhi, a blighted hellscape once home to an ancient elven country, now overrun with mutated trolls and deadly radiation. Traveling to the fallen city of Melandar, our heroes sought an audience with the Rainbow Lich, one of the last survivors of Samadhi, and beseeched him to use his considerable powers to restore Strom and locate an elder scorpion whose venom might serve their purpose. The Rainbow Lich agreed to help them if they infiltrated the Collective, a hive mind of undead cyborg skeleton warriors, and kill their leader. And so, Zorks and Venomton, Edwin Smoot, Arnhem Havenrock, and Admiral Norhagen Toast infiltrated the Temple of the Collective and did what they do best: press on through every trap they could find and directly confront the enemy boss, a fearsome cyborg CI. During the grueling battle that ensued, Arnhem located the CI's phylactery and destroyed it, killing the fiend as well as the undead under his command. Unfortunately, this also included Toast, whose body had been corrupted into serving the Collective. Stay tuned to find out what new shenanigans our heroes get into tonight on Rocks Fall Everyone Dice. Corey's not here, so we have no sponsor. Back to you, Tony.
His body was fine. His skeleton was corrupted.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So not so much.
It was like a 50-room dungeon. We did like 4 rooms.
Yep.
That's
to get to the bus.
Oh no!
That's what we usually
somehow
do.
went backwards through the dungeon.
And Corey's skeleton wasn't really corrupted; it just wanted out.
It wanted to dance.
Hey, we animated his skeleton, just not the rest of it.
Are these my small hoard?
At their small hoard
My
of dice,
tiny
you can
hoard of
choose
dice here. Holy
Um,
shit!
To
Okay.
speed
What
us
feels
up
lucky?
to the point in
That's
which we are at.
I mean,
Your characters were given a small ingot, which you are told can break the curse and lift it and open the gem. You additionally use the container of a holy relic of Lifa, goddess of blessings. To use essentially a wish spell to be able to locate the Codex Vitus so that Scarlet can be resurrected. You were able to utilize it to find someone who was in possession of the Codex Vitus. That person is willing to do it, but it'll take them quite some time to prepare the ritual, thus why Scarlet has not been brought back to the fold. And trusting the statue with that person and the promise that they will utilize the Codex Vitus to bring Scarlet back to life, and not Norhagen.
So fun. He's dead. Fuck it. We're getting someone else.
Your characters find yourself back upon the flying ship Nostromo, headed towards the kingdom of Varisia, specifically to the town of Silverwood which is going to be the venue of the wedding between Decadic and the sister of the lady you just married. Onward. You have yet to announce the cancellation of that.
Precisely.
Which is part of the plan, I believe.
Yes.
Uh,
Cause you
so-
to stir.
Can I deliver something to the slaver island tower or something? Like
that was done off screen. Your character, you delivered something to Papillion Isle, also known as Slaver's Isle, and you came back, and now you have basically a scroll of demiplane, which you can utilize to lock Nautius. Technically not Nautius, pretending to be Nautius Goldsmith, but is in fact his evil twin brother,
Albus.
Albus.
Albus. Navius. No.
Yes.
crystal clear, right?
Captain
was
Leonard
like-
cured
it was
the
like
scroll
a-
of
come on,
demi-plane.
this
Don't
is-
ask me how I
This is
got
within
it.
the last 25 episodes.
Like a steel trap.
Yeah, like a
like a
steel
steel
trap.
trap. I got it.
All right. So we will, setting the scene, we find ourselves at the long table in the bridge crew's private quarters. You find yourselves encircling a single gem that floats just barely above the table, and the ingot beside it to release Strom Skybreaker, who knowingly drew from the deck of many things and became imprisoned.
Many times.
Yeah, so many times.
Does he still have the deck?
No.
No.
He's
That,
been punished.
so we find
By
that
punished, you mean he still has
situation
it.
there. Dress for the
Punished
scene.
across the Tony.
Who is in the scene, and how is it that you utilize the ingot to break the gem? Right. Dress me up
See
the
how
scene.
else you would know. It's the ingot.
The scene is yours. I will interpose with Strom when you're ready.
Probably use Mage Hand to keep them aloft and that way so they have plenty of room for, I assume it's going to be explosive strong coming out of the crystal ball there.
I hope it's anticlimactic and he just sort of collapses on the table and
Just dead.
It'd be like
we'll be worried for a second. Oh, good, we got his corpse out.
it'd be like in Terminator where he shows up in a little melted half sphere.
Strom's back and he needs our boots, our gun, and our motorcycle. And we should probably prepare some food and water for him since we know he's been starving in this crystal ball for a while.
Has he been?
I'm pretty sure we learned that.
I'm sure we've got some hardtack around
recall
here
being
somewhere.
worried about it.
You wouldn't remember, Captain.
Okay, so you prepare food and water nearby.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just Mage Hand the.
An open area in case there's an explosion.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it doesn't like bang his head into anything or whatever, as he comes back.
Let's have the fun.
Guys, I'm back.
I can revivify.
Anything
Fine.
else?
I'm gonna use the spell that I fail to pronounce all the time. Prestidigitate. Damn it.
Prestidigitation.
Yes.
That one.
And I want to make the cabin smell like Rokugan, like his home.
Smell like
Just this
Rokugan?
Warm.
There's an you can make an odd odor,
Like what?
so make
Warm-
that.
An
Warm
odd
dragon?
odor, so Rokugan is an odd odor.
Yeah, I think so.
It smells like
Dragon droppings
wasabi
everywhere.
and soy sauce.
That's awesome.
Warm dragon.
Okay. So the room is filled, as Joso is a coastal harbor city. The room is filled with the smell of
Rotting fish.
sea air being warm on a breeze. The distant smell of spiced wines lingering in the air. Okay.
Who farted?
I think it was that guy.
Anything else?
Point at the oil.
And it's just your primary
Smells like
characters
him.
here?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Yeah. Just three of us. Smoots! Silence your
Who is
Sprite.
it? This is a dramatic moment.
And how do you use the ingot to release it? There's no wrong answer. Just describe to me.
Yeah, probably just Mage Hand, like the ingot hovering over the orb, and then just gently and hopefully break it open.
Okay.
And whatever happens, happens.
Okay. So, the ingot makes contact with this red crystal gem. Both begin to vibrate violently against each other. Red, angry cracks begin to dance across the gem. The ingot begins to slowly get smaller and smaller. As it gets smaller and smaller, the cracks get wider and wider, and until it looks like it's about to burst and explode, a grenade in a small room. But then it doesn't explode, it implodes upon itself. A tiny white dot lingers in the air. And you see a finger push through. Another finger pushes through, pulls apart, ripping at this hole in reality.
As if from the rear end of a rhinoceros.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I think he's crowding. This is a
That's
magical
not
moment.
what I was thinking. Not what I was thinking. But if somebody wants to make that the banner for the episode,
Oh, absolutely.
Strom Skybreaker begins to rip at his hands to open this tear. Finally, fresh air, long stagnant inside the gem. This fresh air greets you like a warm friend. What do you look like? The scene is yours.
Okay. The hair is now no longer in the top knot. A little bit longer. Full beard. And like pretty scraggly looking. Not well kempt. Kind of malnutrition, like malnutrition going on.
Smells like a locker room.
Yep. Like a locker room, like a middle
Like a
school locker room.
YMCA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A middle school boys' locker room is what the smell is like. Yeah.
I'm picturing like season 5 Jack, Samurai Jack.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was not at all what I was going for, but that's almost
Especially
exactly
from
what
top knot down
Yeah.
to
and yeah, just wide-eyed, like kind of crazed at the moment. Once he makes it through,
Damn.
he would run to the corner, one of the corners of the room, and pull out his sword.
Okay.
Which one?
what? Did you
Jokimbo's sword.
Okay. You have to specify, because you
Yes.
got like, yeah.
7.
Let's see.
He's a walking armory.
Yeah, Jokimbo.
For a while, it was a lot of curse swords, so he's
Yes.
doing better now.
I had 3 curse swords.
Oh, this
curse
attunement
swords.
slots.
Curse swords.
Oh my God, curse swords.
So note to self. Don't be putting anything on that Tony gives us. Is what I'm reading.
I mean, but in all fairness, I did it to myself.
Yeah.
I mean, the underwear.
Here's this sword from the god of curses. I wield
I
it.
will.
Okay.
Strong. Your shore leave is over.
What do you mean?
You've had enough time to relax. We need you back. Join us.
Enough time? Time? How long have I been gone?
I guess.
Maybe
I don't watch the calendar.
Yeah. It wasn't that long
It's
ago. was it?
only been, I believe, 14 days, 15
Yeah, a
days.
week or two, but you're starving, so you're not. It hasn't been months because you haven't died of starvation yet, right?
It's only been 14 days. It feels like years.
What happened, Strom? We have no idea. We just one day Toast he found the gem in your room, and we thought that maybe he had done something to you because of it's Toast. But what happened?
It looks like you'd been turned to dust.
1 second.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we got the gem at from Joseph.
Yeah, all we found was the dust.
All we found
Dust
was
didn't
dust,
kill him
yeah.
because they were like, "Where?" We go to a mad mage and we're like, we're trying to just figure out where he's at." And he's like, "Okay, everyone hold your neck." Okay? Boom, we're there fighting like 2 gods of death and some super ultra lich, and it was terrible. No one was ready for that.
But there he was.
We
again,
got him
got
and
it.
ran basically.
Do I know what, when I was inside the gem, do I know what was going on outside? Like, could I hear if people were talking?
Like distant thunder
Okay,
and very hard to understand.
okay.
It was a welcome noise, but it's like watching a Japanese game show and not knowing Japanese. But it's always distant. The inside of the gem was, of course,
Actually,
whatever you
really
think
well.
was inside the gem. So I'll let you paint that up. It doesn't have to be just a gem. It could be anything.
Okay.
Right? It's an extra dimensional space,
Okay.
so it's your call.
What were we fighting just before that happened? What did we fight?
Wasn't that that was right before the whole ship hell.
Orsilius, the Eye of the Deep.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
After we
It was immediately after
finally killed that motherfucker.
that. We went back home into your room.
And
I was
cleared
like,
some cards.
I am the
Yeah.
luckiest person alive. And then I pulled a card.
That's right after, because Panwar died in that fight and
Yeah.
Toast killed him, so that's what we thought he killed.
That's right. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we really think about it. This has been a really crazy campaign we've been in so
Yeah.
far.
Sounds like it.
I remember fighting Osilius and then going back to my bunk and I pulled a card from the deck of many things.
Are you sure Toast didn't attack you?
Toast is still alive? You haven't killed him yet?
No,
We
and
didn't
yes.
You know what the funny part is that in my own head, I forgot that he's dead. Like, out of character, I forgot. Even though we've talked about it like 4 times.
He's gone too deep. We gotta bring him back.
Yep,
Toast
sorry.
sacrificed himself to help bring you back.
Well, that was very noble of him. I'm sure he would let us know how noble it was if we were here.
Many stories would be had.
Not sure he did it on purpose.
Shh, we're making him look good.
Over
Why?
14 days, the thunder he heard sounded like, "Did I feel the fire? From the fire?"
That was the torture of the year.
Yes. Yep. But I pulled a card and then I went to this vacant desert. Nothing was around. Felt like years that I was there.
Makes sense.
Do I still have my pocket sand?
I was in a similar gem for what you all told me was a mere few minutes before those giants in that garden in the spring court, they brought me back after you asked for it.
Oh,
That felt like weeks to me. But I can only imagine how long it's been for you.
So what's happened?
Well, the entire world has changed. We may have jumped timelines.
The war in Rokugan. What?
Doing better. The
Yeah.
your matron dragon is no longer captured. So more of a stalemate than a one-sided stomp.
Well, it's better than where it was, I suppose.
Unfortunately, they have lost an admiral recently. So that will be a big loss for them.
Has anyone informed his
Toast.
wife?
It's been maybe a day. So no.
So we're gonna kill the red dragon. We're gonna get a blue dragon as a new enemy.
Yes. It's also a conversation no one's particularly excited to broach.
Outside, you hear a awkward but familiar sound, like an aborted whale screaming for help.
I told you.
What the hell does an aborted whale sound?
Like that.
Follow-up question. How does he know what an aborted whale sounds like?
Outside,
We've been on the sea for a while. Have you not noticed all the aborted whales that we've sailed by?
The outside, you
Sea
hear
is like 80% aborted whales.
Marcus, the illusionist, cry out, "Bandersnatch! Eastern Port!"
Oh, fuck.
How? I guess there was more than one.
What do you do?
Well, Strom, I hope you're not quite ready to relax.
Oh.
Here's food and drink if you need it strong for on the go.
That might be a good idea. Thank you, Mr. Buchanan.
Yes, and Arnhem, if you could look him over, Doctor, and just make sure he's in okay health and stuff.
It's probably cancer.
Hold on, 1 second, cast spell. It's definitely cancer.
It is now. Turn your head and cough.
I've given him about 20 dozen x-rays.
You're supposed
Yeah.
to turn your head.
Alright. Let's go see what this new fresh hell is.
Do we have Toast's body somewhere, right? It's not Toast. I think I put his corpse in my bag.
I was busy with something else.
In my
I don't know
other
what you did
bag.
with it, Captain.
I remember you did.
It's in my other bag.
Yeah,
I have
you're
two
like-
bags.
It's in your hole.
As you're having
Yeah.
this discussion, you
It's in the
feel the
potion
ship
bag.
lurch from side to side for just a minute as something very heavy lands on the deck. Outside, you hear the cracking of wood.
Okay,
Out we
Major
go.
Armor, let's go.
Going out.
We scoops the toast remains into the reportable hole.
Yes, I'm not happy about that.
That's,
There had to
that's
be-
definitely not a phrase I was expecting to hear tonight.
Well, usually we don't say portable.
Just you wait.
The amount of dead bodies that he's had in his portable hole,
he's
not surprising.
he's a warlock.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Mhm.
It's fine.
I hope the roach's heart doesn't like fuse with it or something. Anyway.
Don't put that idea in Tony's
Sorry,
head.
Tony, I didn't say anything.
Okay. As you all make your way outside, the captain's, the bridge crew's private chambers, which are conjoined to the captain's, near the captain's quarters on the first floor, you open up the door and step out. As you do see one large Bandersnatch with a long, twisted neck, large eyes half the size of the head itself. A twisted little mouth with a small jaw as it calls out. Well, I got a picture of it. It's here. Here's the Bandersnatch. There you go.
A 3D picture.
Where's Bear? Doesn't he know? Doesn't he work with these guys?
There you go. Little.
Not anymore.
It's complicated.
Looks like a dragon. If a dragon was
Inbred.
inbred terribly.
Furry?
Resting upon between its neck and shoulders are, this Bandersnatch is saddled as it holds on to the railing, long gangly arms, riding itself. Riding on its back, you see Cassandra. Describe your
shit.
character.
I'm riding a Bandersnatch?
Riding a Bandersnatch.
That
Oh,
guy we killed
shit.
almost got turned into one at one point.
Oh
Well, he
my
did get turned
God.
into one, but he got better.
The Heartless Queen is known to curse her enemies to become Bandersnatches that then later serve her.
Here's
Simply
whale
those that
and
do
it
not
chases
pay
you.
back her debts.
It's aborted.
Or it turns you into.
Okay. All right. So,
You are in the scene.
okay. So, on the back of this Bandersnatch, she stands up from where she's been holding on the back of this thing. And she'll slide down his shoulder and land. What is this day? Is it night? Is it raining? Is it
It's early morning. The clouds are heavy in the air. Thick mist as this ship does float just below the cloud line. So the clouds are very close, which means it's very humid here.
okay?
As that low mist occasionally gets sprinkled with rain.
Okay. So she's wearing, she would be wearing some kind of a leather sort of cloak at this point against the wind. So as she lands on the deck, and kind of turns, she'll pull her hood back, and most importantly is the crown that is on her head grows upward into a set of twisting antlers that rise to make her almost 6 foot tall in her full height that way. She's in half elf, so pale skin with slightly pointed ears. Her hair is sort of a honeyed, sort of blonde color, and she has bright green eyes. And below where the cloak is opening up, you can see that she's wearing basically it's not exactly a vest, but what it is it's these many tightly woven sort of bands that sort of swoop across her chest. And as she shifts and looks around, the beads begin to glow, and I will attune my beads to the element of thunder.
Mhm.
So they will begin to glow golden in color as she looks around. And she's got just a pelt essentially over or around her waist, and she's carrying a tall staff, and this staff looks like kind of a gnarled branch that twists upwards, and it cups at the top into this sort of a leafy nest that is holding a small sort of cup of water that no matter how she turns it does not spill from the top of it. And she sort of gazes around at what's going on the deck at the moment.
Currently on the deck, outside of these guys, you see a couple other members of the crew panicked who've kind of been running around. Some of them holding short spears, just kind of like one ready. One guy has been trying to load the crossbow for about a solid minute now, but just can't get it going because he's a little panicked. Describe each one of your characters since it's the first time Cassie has met yours.
Yeah.
Okay. So, picture a very young JFK
Okay.
wearing plate armor, covered in moss.
Okay.
Really, that's about it.
Any holy symbol visible?
No, just
Okay.
the moss.
Well, there's a flask at your side.
No, that's tucked in the.
Oh, right, yeah.
We need to get you one of those like beer hats or whatever.
A beer helmet.
She's just wearing a beer helmet with a
Oh
straw.
yeah, I do have the mask on too.
Oh yeah,
It's
sun mask.
Yeah,
Sun
it's,
priest?
Sun priest mask.
I don't remember what your sun priest. It was Horus.
Maybe
I think so, because the death one was Anubis. So I think the sun was
Mask of the Sun Priest.
was a Horus.
Painted gold, white porcelain, and precious metals in an eagle vistage.
So you don't look like JFK, you look like a Eagle Boy.
Yeah.
Got it. Fantastic.
And Dakidic Thornbrook is a elf wizard that's wearing blue robes, big sleeves and such, but does have a very ancient but well-kept sword at his side. Has reading glasses on the bridge of his nose, and hair's brown, kind of getting long, not quite long enough for a ponytail just yet, but it's getting back to that point there. And just looks like the biggest dweebus you've ever seen.
Fantastic.
Zork-San Venomtongue has a crown upon his head that has 9 spikes on it, with shrunken heads upon each one.
Oh.
He's a Yuan-Ti, pureblood, which in this world, and sort of the like kind of humans, they're basically just snake people.
They're
with
all big
arms.
snakes.
Yeah,
Okay, alright.
snakes with arms,
Okay.
with green and purple scales going across.
What is his name?
Zork-San Venomtongue.
Zork Sand
Yes.
Venom Tongue. Okay.
Basically, we look like that.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
At that, have a heavy plate armor on that radiates a bit of evil around it due to its nature.
I mean,
Go down and
Zork-san
look.
does too.
Yes, I do. But and then look at the end. Chunk of my tail is missing, not fully there.
Bummer.
Generally, never a happy look on his face.
Okay.
More angry.
Even when he
Okay.
smiles, it's
Yeah. Never seen
Um,
a snake smile not looking
He has
menacing.
resting snake face.
Resting snake.
That, sir, is racist.
Yep. Do you
His
remember
jaw's
what
just
your
shaped
character
like
looks
that. He's
like?
not actually smiling.
vaguely. I mean, I
Which
can
one?
kind of remake it.
Which
I
one?
have 3 characters right now on this ship.
You do.
Because the fourth one died.
They do take turns dying, so yeah.
Okay.
But Strom Skybreaker is a Azamar. He's a samurai from Rokugan, which is the big area right there.
Okay, Russia, got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Got it. Alright. Fantastic.
He,
Dragon
like I
Russia.
mentioned, he's got longer hair, big beard. got some scars on his head or face because he was a gladiator. Since he is an Azamar, he does have a strip down both of his arms that are kind of scale, like very, very, very small feathers, almost like scales, like a rainbow color as they go down.
Okay. Cool.
And he has an arsenal of swords.
Sounds a lot like his description from earlier.
Yeah, a little bit like that. Okay, fantastic. You even have JFK as your picture. That is amazing. Fantastic. Okay, so I am looking around at everyone, and I spot his character, and immediately meet your eyes, and immediately start crossing towards you. And while I do that, I'm gonna stop at the dude that's been trying to load his crossbow for a solid minute. I'm gonna just reach out and kind of put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm going to be like, "That is not necessary. It does not bite."
Uther Drydale's just gonna kind of like just take the crossbow bolt, take it off, and just put it back in. And he's like, he's a tiefling, by the way.
Okay.
The tiefling man looks at you, Captain. What do we do, Captain?
What does the Heartless Queen want with us?
So you know why
Nothing's
I'm
been
here.
broken yet.
Important safety tip, crew: don't poke the Bandersnatch.
So she'll stop hearing that.
We'll have a seminar
What
on
language
it.
do they speak? Bandersnatches.
The
Do they-
Bandersnatch?
Yep.
The Bandersnatch understands all languages, but it can't speak languages.
So then in the Sylvan, Sylvan,
Yeah.
she'll turn over her shoulder and say, "I'm in the right place. You may say that you have delivered me promptly," and dismiss him.
Awkwardly kind of pulls its gangly body up and just kind of flops itself over the side. It goes into like a little weird, awkward spin, but eventually kind of catches itself and just kind of flies, arms dangling behind it as it goes into the distance. The echo getting soft.
That was as unpleasant of a trip as it looks. So, Captain, I come with your next assignment.
Next assignment.
Yes. The Queen has a task for you.
We had one deal. I don't intend to start more deals with her.
Well,
Afraid
more
she
like
doesn't.
she was calling in a favor, or she was calling in a debt.
Somebody hadn't paid a debt yet.
Ah.
Yeah.
Pray she doesn't alter the deal further.
As is her strategy.
Because she is missing a heart in her hand,
I mean,
is what you were told.
yes. So, she sends me with regards to the payment that she has not yet received.
The new season is not yet passed. I have time.
Well, consider this your notice. I am to accompany you back to my homeland. Back to, what's the name of the country? Mithras. Back to Mithras. Back to the Spring Court. There is a growing problem.
Queen's been there for so long. What new thing could be happening?
My prince, her son, he falls ill. That chewing is driving me insane. Oh my gosh. Do you deal with that every game?
Every game.
Oh my
We
god.
don't usually have a hard toy like that.
All I can hear is
I thought you said the Bandersnatch away.
Oh my god. Sorry. Yeah.
No, you're fine.
Those are our
There is a growing infection, a growing corruption that has taken root in the dreaming. And she humbly requests,
That's okay.
she demands that you return.
Thanks. I appreciate the honesty.
I don't like to lie. It's not in my nature. I am simply the messenger. But it is also my home that has become infected as this is. So I am here to bring you back.
This would be the
Sense-
Prince of Joy who's fallen under.
Indeed.
Good. Anyway.
Yes, doesn't really impede us to return there any
We
faster.
have small beefs with him.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
And then we also have another engagement we're trying to get to. We've been trying to get to for some time. so-
Joy is the one from Saltmarsh?
Yes.
Yes.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
I
I'm
hate
sure
you.
we've encountered.
One time we got our memories back, you were gone. So nice of her to send a messenger. I'm not inclined to take orders from someone who I don't even know who they are.
My name is Mauvais. I am an envoy of the Spring Court. And I'm here to help you.
It's a good thing you sent that Bandersnatch away first.
Slightly more convincing.
Yeah, all right. What is this? I don't recall it dreaming, do you?
I'm not sure how the Fey realm works exactly, Captain, but we know that
Happy to show you.
we've had a taste.
Of the dreaming?
Faye.
Indeed.
We do know that Joy we heard was dabbling in deals with Merca, or the one purporting to be Merca. You'll recall.
Who?
Nothing you have to worry about, Smooth.
I had a dream. A vision. These are my things. Dreams, visions. I am a druid of dreaming. So the dreaming is a place upon which I am very familiar. And I would be happy to share with you what it is that threatens my people and my home. I'm at your disposal. She may be demanding, but I am asking. Because these are my people, my family. I am their stalwart guardian, if you will, of this grove.
You know, the last person we had from your court that came here, and Penny Swords, his skeleton left his body, and it wasn't great. It doesn't bode well for you.
Not for him.
I am old. Older than maybe most of you.
Probably all of us. Like maybe this one. He was old as well, though. The skeletonless one.
I don't say that as a measure of my resilience. But I do say it as a measure of my wisdom. I have much of it. And I know there are risks. I knew there were risks when I completed my journey as a druid. So, needless to say, I am happy to show you the dreaming upon which I speak, the vision that I received, whatever information it is that I can give you. I'm at your disposal.
Well, I have no desire to be turned into one of those, so sure. I'll humor you.
So I'm going to turn and sweep my hand across the sky, and I'm going to show them the veil into the dreaming. What that will do is, as she sweeps her hand across the clouds, it's almost like a painter's brush, and the clouds vanish. And you are now gazing into a kaleidoscope of stars, a complete galaxy of them in a stretch beyond what the sky should be able to reach. You are gazing into a galaxy that stretches out across the boat. You are gazing into the dreaming. This is where dreams are created. It is the branches upon which that connect every far-reaching corner of the material plane. It is the veil between this world and the Feywild. And it is my playground. And she looks so proud of it. Like a painter.
Just straight disgust across my face.
And in this dreamscape, I will create the vision, Tony, of the goat amidst the Black Forest.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, describe it.
Wait, Gretz.
Full freedom to describe it.
So, what you see as she does this is she directs your vision down from the sky down into the dreaming, and you see a layered gathering of trees. Far denser than a jungle, far more vast than simply a forest, but you are gazing into a piece of the Feywild through the dreaming. But it's like the color has been washed out. Almost for a moment, it looks as though you are peering into the Shadowfell, because there is a distinct absence of brilliance that clings to every aspect of the Feywild. And here in the center of this gathering of trees, there is this quadrupedal creature that sort of lifts its head from the center of from a clearing of trees. But here at the center of this clearing, you can see that the landscape has very clearly been devoured. And as it lifts its head, you can see that a fallen tree, it has lifted its mouth from chewing off all of the bark. And what had once been a living tree has now begun to decay and rot at the corners where it has feasted. And as it shifts away from this tree, it moves over into the foliage and begins to chew. Not pull off a piece and simply maw, crunch it between its teeth, but to devour it in whole bites. And it's not just eating the wildlife, it is eating its soul. As it begins to draw into this goat and the pieces begin to fray and rot at the edges. And it moves into the next piece. And you can see as she twists the scape for you to see, it has been eating a trail through this wood. You have these brilliant, life-giving, brilliant trees and this path of utter destruction at its center.
This is our horrifying goat that we've seen a few times.
This goat, as it's a
Or its
dream
children, at
representation,
It is.
has that. But you do hear a very familiar.
Does this have a mute function? That sound.
In your description, I got this idea of like, I'm a flower.
It's death to the flowers. This is in the wildlands, okay?
One flower holding on. Turn my wife.
Oh my god. I received this vision, this dream, and I believe that it is the depth of the dreaming crying out, and that this black necrosis that you see it leaving in its mist has begun to work its way into my realm. And Joy, the Prince of Spring, has begun to rot, as all of this has. When I step into the dreaming is a place of life. A river runneth through the dreaming, and it carries with it the shared collective of imagination and dream with it to all corners of the material plane. And that life-giving river has become a siphon of emptiness, and it draws into it this unfettered, unhindered bliss that is dreams into itself, and then it is no more. And what I suspect has begun to take root could very well move beyond and become something unfathomable. So, my queen may be demanding, but I'm desperate.
Prince probably shouldn't have been working with that thing in the first place.
His mistakes are now my travesty.
Well, not to give him too much credit, but he may not have known its true nature.
I prefer to give him no credit.
May.
Well, as you may or may not know, we have been blessed with run-ins across time with many goat creatures like that. Someone we thought was a crew member turned into one of them. Turned many of our crew as well. It was a... Yeah. They turned a bunch of our crew also. On a ship. It was a terrible fight. Well, that's
We had
another
a
time.
terrible fight, but now, yeah.
So unfortunately, he and they are still out there. But if the one eating your dream is the matriarch, that seems it would be mutually beneficial for us to take care of this problem for you.
It would not be for me. It would be with me. I would not send you in there into a place that I am certain none of you understand. And that is not belittling of the knowledge that you bring with you as adventurers. That is my caution. There are not many that understand the depths of the dreaming or the Feywild. I do. I would be happy to lend my aid.
Any objections overall? Thank you, Anthony. I was a little preoccupied.
I'm just happy to be outside.
Well, it'll be more for you, but we'll chalk it up for charity.
Fine.
We'll let you guide us, but it'll be after our previous engagement.
Sure.
Man needs to be married a second time, and we can't miss it.
Long story.
That's fine.
I really have been gone a long time.
But you only get double married twice.
You only get double married twice.
Least favorite James Bond movie.
Wait a minute, but didn't you say you're calling this whole thing off? Isn't that like, we just don't know it yet?
Well, we're technically still having the formality. Although I'm just gonna be changing it up and change of hosts as well. But that's a
It's a host swap.
yeah. Yeah, we'll just make that up as we go
Next
on.
time.
Tends to work.
Next time. Fantastic. Well, I am Mauvais of the Spring Court. I know your name, obviously, because it was given to me, but I don't know
Unfortunately.
any of the rest of you.
Let's see. Now that I'm married, you mentioned a long time ago before about me having taken on a new lord's name. Would that be something I have now, or would I still just be going by?
Yeah, you could choose to introduce yourself now by that name.
Are you still Lord of that one keep after our time shenanigans?
We
Am
don't
I
know-
still Lord of that?
We don't know if he's still Lord of the Keep after the time shenanigans.
I mean, I don't think my keep.
I'm
As
not-
far as I know, I'm Lord of.
You both retained your keeps through the shenanigans.
Yeah,
That still happened. Because that one did happen on your way, and you did try to take care of a Broskel. That didn't get unwritten, so you didn't have to repeat that plot.
Yeah, I think I was in return for defending that one fort in Norcia from big attack, which we still did, I think. I am.
Tattoo from Tismir, so probably.
But you do have permission to gild your name, so it's your call.
I am Decadic Estrada, East Wind of Master Penlar, and commander of the Western Fort protecting Vericia's borders from
Impressive. Pleasure to meet you.
Change your name.
long story.
Everything is you.
Real quick, because there's a whole bunch of stuff.
So are you a gnome, or if you're going to have a whole book of names?
Let's see, where did I put it down here somewhere? I'm missing a couple there.
Oh, dear.
Oh no, okay, no, they're there. My name is Strom Skybreaker, 41st Samurai of the Phoenix Clan, Bane of the Black Sun, the Invincible. I'm sure you've heard of me.
No.
Damn.
Invincible's flexible.
Hey, I'm still here.
You've been gone a long time. Your name has receded into missing.
Given the number of cards he's drawn,
Very
he is
obscure
invincible.
Only died like twice.
Lord Edwin Smoot of Ferelden.
Edwin
Smoot
Smoot.
Lord of the Hall of Justice.
in New Hope.
Wonderful. Fantastic.
And we are the Wu-Tang Clan. Blame Tom for that.
No, I
That was
have not.
Trey. That was all Trey.
That was Trey.
I have not been
Because remember,
present at either game for when you guys choose a group name.
because Trent was pissed about last time when I shouted out Super Friends.
Oh yeah, when you guys had your chance to name
Yeah,
yourself. at
everybody
the-
else is like,
game of,
and I went, the Super Friends!
Yeah.
And it stuck.
Oh no.
It was awesome.
Well,
They were the Wu-Tang.
Yeah, that's what happens when you miss a game.
Every time, 2 for 2.
Pleasure to make all of your acquaintances. I suppose the last bit then that I should share is your timeline. The Queen has given you 15 days of this moment to complete this task.
How long until the season change?
Let me check the calendar on my phone, Captain.
Pull out your PDA.
I just upgraded my phone. I'm still not used to how this one's
I'm
set
gonna
up.
keep track of calendars. I got a guy.
I thought he was doing PDA on the foredeck.
He didn't.
That's
we
soon.
saw.
Once we get Scarlet restored.
Month of a mile,
Ooh,
which
wait for
is
Tuesdays.
Oh yeah,
last spring, so it is gonna turn to summer pretty damn soon.
yeah. Actually, I think yeah, it is about 15 days. It's going to be
Okay.
summer.
But you're saying we have 15 days of this moment, meaning we could take care of this in the Feywild, but Tide would be at a standstill out here.
I don't want to deal with their times.
Time- Time is a fickle thing between here and the Feywild.
Yes.
That is why I'm as old as I am.
How old are you?
Old enough,
30.
give or take several centuries.
Well, you're gonna be staying on our ship. Have you ever sailed? Have you ever been on a ship? Or have you been living in your forest on...
Extensively. I'm a navigator.
Oh, good. I can take a break.
I guess, can we intuit if the gods wish us to pursue this new side quest, or would they prefer we get on with the wedding that they've had prepared for so long?
You guys have 15 days, and the wedding's in 2, so
You got
you
time.
guys figure that out.
Go deal with your wedding.
Okay.
Well, thanks. Comfortable. Try not to spring court everything.
Oh no, toast room is perfect. There's still flowers in there.
Yeah, she's got like on her antlers. She has all of these vines with buds. They're covered in buds.
So if you require more flowers, speak to the first mate. He can assist you.
Toast was afraid of flowers because they were singing to him.
They make the bandersnatch noises
So-
at him. and other things.
Why?
He got turned into
Long
one
story,
time,
yeah.
it's,
But why were the flowers singing to him?
Because the
fuck with him.
It was,
Oh, okay,
it was
that's
the
fair.
closer the Bandersnatch got, the louder they were.
Yeah, and flowers would always look at him, and
It's the almond flower!
And
Yeah!
because of the type of paladin I am, I have plant growth.
Oh god.
So I was constantly growing flowers
You're
in
not
his
gonna
head.
get along great! That's amazing! Fantastic! I love it!
I found my god by taking some hallucinogenic wine and
a lot of it. Some is an
communing
understatement.
with her.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic.
Unusual.
I have a
Conversion story.
Absolutely.
magical flask that constantly refills itself with that same fluid.
Oh, nice.
So-
you can commune.
If you offered you a drink, take it.
Absolutely. Oh, 100%. Every time.
Yeah. What do they call that? Wapatuli? Like you just dump a bunch of alcohol into a drink and see what it makes.
Jungle
I've
juice.
never heard this
Yeah,
term before.
I may not be the fungus druid, but come on now.
I
know.
literally drank until I met God.
So it's almost 8:30. So let's take a 10-minute break, and when we come back, you guys figure out what you want to do. Sound good?
Cool.
Sure.
So hear me out.
messages.
Steal another ship.
We kill.
hiatus. And okay, we are back. All right. So we find ourselves again in the bridge crew room, a table about this size, in your guys' private bridge crew conference room. The seat is yours. You guys are planning out whatever the fuck you're gonna do. So let me know what you're gonna. Just have your plan ready, and I will. We will fast forward to scenes, given certain skill checks or whatever.
Yes, and any
Social
encounter
limited.
does.
The new one.
So, we're going to my second wedding, which technically already married into the family, so that familial bond should grant me some advantage against what Albus has for protections and whatnot.
+4 versus second wedding.
Versus. Roll to say I don't. Ha! Take off from the altar. So, but
Remind me, are you remarrying Tatiana, or are you marrying the first girl again? And finally expanding your horizons, because I've been trying to get you to.
still can't. I don't understand. No, this will be the official wedding for Tatiana and myself, so as to avoid any public scandal. We're going to see if we can get an audience with Albus after picking up the scroll of remove curse from the bridge where it should be left off at. And with the pretense of saying, hey, so did something hasty before the actual wedding and married a different daughter, but we can still smooth things out and make things right, and hopefully get a private audience with him and bring Navius in disguise along with us, and hopefully in private hit him with the remove curse, put him in enemy plane for safekeeping, and allow Navius to resume his rightful place.
I forget, is the Red Lord the Lord of Polyamory?
I don't think that's right.
You sure?
In character, the game's not sure how legit that wedding was. Out of character, who the fuck knows?
Oh, it's legit.
Oh, it's legit. Now it is.
It's canon.
So yeah, at the second wedding, like I'm sure the altar will suddenly be set on fire by whatever demonic pact I've made by accident. Long
That
story.
seems unfair.
Do you do that accidentally often?
Surprisingly, yeah.
We're
Right.
honestly
Only twice
directly
now.
responsible
Only
for
twice.
most evils that are unleashed in this world.
Very
Yeah.
But we did put one back after we fucked with the timeline.
Yes.
Yes.
This is going to be great.
So
That's
I'm going to get along
Was
great.
that on purpose? I don't
No.
remember. Okay.
not well, because we didn't want to kill.
Yes.
It was not to kill Panwar,
Yeah.
which then
Kept the tattoo
So it
of
was a
Toast.
side effect.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We got the tattoo of Toast, he'd be resurrectable.
Most of the evils were set up as side effects of our. You know, I got a cool sword and a Dracolich got set loose. You know, that's,
Oh, oops. Oops.
wasn't the intention. That just happened.
We rob a dragon and then he robs us 3 or 4 times.
This is what happens when you get to be our level.
Mm.
Well, that's
Yeah.
been going on for the last all of our levels.
8
Yeah.
levels?
Yeah.
Every so often he just ransacks our ship and takes off.
Right.
He's got a lot of our shit.
He's been making a fortune.
Yeah.
You guys are
Yeah.
a great money-making scheme.
I got my sword off
He just comes in, harvest the wheat. Good job, guys. Good
See you
catch.
next
Yeah,
season.
he's got at least one codex off of us.
Who is this? Who's doing it?
Codex are your like 10th sphere, yeah.
Right, right. But
So.
who's the one?
Oh,
Oh,
Revaxis.
Revaxis.
Oh, okay.
Red Dragon that we
Corruptor.
fucked up with, yeah.
Oh, right. Hey,
His
I
fire,
don't think so, man.
like charms you and
Don't
such.
do
and
it.
Sucks.
Yeah. Basically, he's like the Undertaker. He shows up at WrestleMania every year, just on the dot, whether you expect it or not.
Great.
Good times.
Yeah, maybe we'll be able to kill him.
Be nice.
There's a plan going for that.
Yes.
It's,
That's another plan. We have so many plans.
The base hates dragons, especially red ones, so that's great.
nice. I don't think he'll be at our wedding.
Damn.
We
That's
don't know
unfortunate.
that.
Don't put that out in the air, Captain. Yes. So, anyways, and
I like fighting trouble.
yes. Does anyone have any suggestions for any extra precautions to take, or anything else we could possibly do? Because we have the flying eyes still to contend with.
Oh, are they gonna be there? I
You
guess
don't-
there's.
You don't need extra precautions. We're already married.
Oh, be aware if we do end up fighting that old man, don't hit. Wait, you're not part of us yet, fully.
I don't think I don't think she'd be in here
I don't know.
unless you'd bring her in here.
Well, here's the thing. If we're gonna help you with your thing, you're gonna help us with ours.
Great.
So, yes, another important point.
Show if it's worth it following you the rest of the way into your nonsense.
Fine.
Quid pro quo, Ukraine.
Like the stream before it got political.
So then she is here.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
All right.
Yes, that's another important point. The man we're trying to befuddle and replace, only his family can directly act against him without repercussions. So that'd be me and his brother, the real Navius, who Albus killed and took the place of.
Human politics.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then we resurrected the dead
Oh.
one.
So,
Elven
Yeah,
politics.
the something the Infinite, Korvac the Infinite, I think it is.
Korskov the Infinite.
Korskov, yeah. He's their family matron and
Patron.
Matron, whatever.
Matron would be. Well,
He's,
We don't know.
he's
words
beyond.
mean
He's
don't
beyond
know.
all time. Do
Don't
think
you
he's
assume his
concerned?
Korskov, not Korskova.
We're not standing under like Hogwarts legacy.
We're doing trans popcorn there.
Easy there, J.K. Rowling.
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
Represent.
So anyway, you can kill anyone else, but don't necessarily kill
I
his
don't.
father-in-law.
I don't. I kill as infrequently as possible. I'm a mender.
No, that'll change the
That's-
longer you stay on the ship.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I have
I'd have,
killed.
I'd have thought you'd grown out of that by now.
I have killed many. I do not prefer it, but when it is necessary, I do.
I'll kill her share.
Perfection. And then I will put the rest of you back together. And she is sitting eating something. I don't. She's got a satchel. She's eating something. I don't know.
This food
She's
being
not
shared.
even sure what it is. Like, okay, fine.
Wait a minute, that's Yossarian popped corn.
It's delicious.
Where did you get that?
I don't know.
You prefer not to kill, and you just heal now.
Yes.
Do you think you're good enough to fix this? Indicating my arm, which is a kind of shriveled, tumory black mass.
Oh man, I forgot about that.
No, I had the strong hand. When the dragon ripped off my arm before, it grew back incredibly slowly, so there was like a week or two where it was.
It's like,
Baby
yeah,
arm.
it's like the
it's
Deadpool
like
baby
Deadpool
arm.
baby arm,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take a look. And
Sure, it's over food. Don't worry about it.
now she wipes her hands and sticks
The arm is the scales have begun to curl back in the wrong direction as if opening up. There are large boils under the skin, and it's just it's as if it is rotting from the inside out, starting at the bone.
So with my medicine base is plus 10,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
assuming just taking a look at it that there's no salvaging it.
There's no the arm has to go at not quite the shoulder, but where the bone starts on the arm. And it looks like with enough force you could probably just pull it off.
I know how.
Yeah,
I would know how.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So
No.
so she comes over and she takes a look at it. And this is something she's very comfortable doing. She does not shy away from the absolute horror that is your appendage. She kind of reaches, may I, for your hand so that she can turn your arm over.
She's worked on guinea pigs. She knows what she's doing.
Fucking, I do. God damn it. I'm a pro. I practically have my doctorate.
With my other arm.
So, do you want the good news first, or the less positive news?
Getting a bit of deja vu.
Which one would you?
What's the good news?
I can fix it easily. In fact,
And the bad news.
it has to come off.
Yeah.
I'm trying to build trust here.
That would have been
If
awesome.
we were at an established relationship, I would have said, "Can I see it?" And then I would have pulled it off like immediately. But we just met, and I'm trying to get in your good graces,
Good news,
so I'm not
I
going
can
to
fix
just
it.
lob
Bad
it
news,
off.
rip.
Is this one of your Faye jokes?
No. Your arm is at such an extent of decay that I cannot put it back together. I must grow you a new arm. Which I can do quickly. It won't feel great.
You'll feel a little pinch.
Probably more than a little pinch. Maybe a moderate to severe pinch.
So I suppose what now? You're going to turn into a bear and tear it off.
No, I'm just going to pull it out of its socket.
Oh, that sounds worse.
I mean, I can if you prefer that. And she goes to start pulling her cloak off.
No. Think I'm good. The dragon was enough.
Okay. I imagine I will be far more gentle than a dragon. Maybe.
Alright, do it.
Okay. Can someone hold on to him, please?
Oh, gladly.
Fantastic.
So I want a strength check from you holding him down.
Okay.
And I would like a medicine check from you
Okay.
to how cleanly you can.
I'm going to also give myself bear strength.
Bear strength? Okay,
Just
I'll
a
give you
strength check.
advantage
Yep.
on the check.
Straight strength check.
Strength check. Strength check.
That's either a 20 or a 1.
Total? 9.
Nice.
So 28.
28. 28.
I rolled a 2.
Some good medicine.
Okay.
I'm good at
Not a
this.
good helper.
I'm very good at this.
28. You. Luckily, the 9, he does tug a little bit, so it's not as clean as it could be as you're holding on to him, right?
Smooth's jiggling too much.
So you do get jerked a little bit, but you are going to be able to cleanly pop it off.
Okay.
Your character is surprised just because the only thing you feel is pressure. The dead necrotic skin just sloughs off like you're pulling skin off a chicken wing. And it makes a sickening pop, and then a horrible just as it just comes off.
So it starts to pull off, a bit of pressure. Yell starts to come out, and then just abrupt cut out like, wait.
She waits.
That did-
Like she looks at you. She waits as she's holding this arm.
You're looking
Wait.
at your arm, but you can feel your arm as if your arm's still there. As if you can move it around, but it's not there.
Try to hit Snoop with it just in case.
I love
Doesn't appear to work, I'm guessing.
that. I love that.
Have I gained a ghost arm?
A ghost arm.
Would you like a eye patch punished Zork-Zan?
Outside of, there's very little blood. The necrosis has cauterized the inside.
It's probably not a good
I
sign.
do have reincarnate. I'm just realized.
But yeah,
I do have
empty
that.
socket, no angry spurts of blood, just a sickening little dribble that runs down your side. That's it.
So I'm gonna assess how much, now that his arm has been removed, I'm gonna look at the open socket and everything on his body, and I'm looking for any additional necrotic in his side.
Keeping with the 28, you're able to easily be able to assess
Mm-hmm.
the damaged tissue, and that can be removed.
Okay.
And
This is probably not gonna feel great.
it's not going to feel great because there's tissue that can feel under it.
Okay.
Removing the tissue Won't be hard because it has the consistency of a marshmallow.
Pudding. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to reach into my bag of plant life, and I'm going to pull out some mushroom that's going to make him feel real good. And I'm going to say,
He's immune to poison. It better be a strong mushroom.
if he's immune to poison, then
If it's a hallucinogenic,
it's not a
still-
hallucinogen.
oh.
My thoughts are, I'm just going to pull something out to help him with pain.
Wait.
That's my only goal here.
He's not immune to hallucinogenics?
Because those are different from poison.
I mean, I have gotten fucked up from your drinking before. We've seen this.
So yeah,
Take a swig.
My
See
goal
it
is
again.
just to ease his pain.
yeah, your character is able to find something in
Okay.
the bag.
So I'm gonna
That's
pull.
strong.
I'm gonna pull one of my pouches out and kind of open it up and sift around, and I'm gonna pull out a dried fungus, and I'm gonna hand it out to you, and I'm gonna say this is and the name of the mushroom, and I'm gonna hand it to you, and I'm gonna say this will help you with the pain. I must remove the rest of the decaying tissue from your body, and it will not feel good.
I haven't seen that since college.
Should we just chop it off a little higher?
No, we just need to remove, and she'll start like touching you and like showing you where. See, now this is okay, but this is Jello, and this is okay, but this is Jello, and so I need to remove from about here to here, and I'm going to show you where the infection has begun spreading into your torso.
Like a banana with soft spots.
Like a snake's on my neck's long enough I'm peering in.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I can see right into my socket there.
Yep. Thankfully, the bone in your shoulder is still intact, but much longer. And if I attempt to regrow your arm with this decay living in your skin, you will be just as bad off, if not worse, in a month.
Does the cook have a spatula we could use?
I have the means.
You will not dirty our,
I have surgical
like,
tools.
probably one
Oh.
spatula on the ship.
Yeah, and his wife's the cook, so
Yeah.
maybe don't bring her into this at this moment.
We're not married.
You
Hey,
do.
Okay, well.
My
Your baby mama is the cook.
I don't need to know she's pregnant.
this will ease your pain. You don't have to have it, but it's up to you.
Ooh.
It's not going to feel great, and for that I am deeply sorry.
I'll go ahead and start. We'll see.
Okay.
I'll
So
take the
I will.
mushroom.
Okay. All right.
I got him. I got him.
So I would suggest we lay him down. He might not be able to perch for long if this is too much for him.
Great. Okay. Bring it on.
I can
Okay.
lay myself down.
I'm gonna pull
and
out
start
my-
like suplex
I
me.
have I'm gonna take my surgical tools and I'm gonna be like, okay, ready?
Crack him like a whip.
Go for it.
When he gives me permission, I'm going to start removing the decayed flesh.
Start removing the decayed flesh.
I will be as gentle as possible, but I'm very thorough.
You are very thorough. Make me one more medicine check. Since you have the tools and he's essentially not resisting you, you do have advantage.
Gonna hold him by the shoulder.
Okay, that's 28 again.
Oh, Jesus.
And
We'll
then
use one to toast bones as a, something to bite on.
28 again.
Okay.
Huh?
He
28.
doesn't have any bones.
Well, he could give you the arm, I guess.
The bone fell down. The bones are there.
The
you know.
skeleton that
Yeah.
animated.
Yeah, there
Oh,
you
the
go.
cyborg skeleton arm? Get it grafted? Wolverine.
Yeah, so the a leg bone of toast. There you go. You got that. in
A
your
leg
teeth.
bone of toast.
You
Our toast became boneless at the end.
That's what I heard.
It doesn't take you long
Mhm.
because the flesh is so loose. It only takes about 20 minutes to cleanly get it. You use clean water.
You feel great right about
You
now.
do. It's starting to kick in. Smooch is holding him. His hands are holding him, but his mind, who knows what's going on.
I'm communing with my god.
Communing with your God. Every once in a while, a gentle hand touches your side of your face. It's like, it's okay.
Angry hissing.
See what Smoot sees as he sees a dog chewing up a chew toy right now instead of a
You get brief
That's what he's
visions the
saying.
last time Smoot went tripping and he made holes in the side of your ship.
He attacked
And
some crewmates.
He attacked some
In the
crewmates.
nude.
In my defense,
He
I was
knocked
naked.
out
Yeah.
your now wife.
Is that
Yeah.
a defense?
Yeah.
Okay, carry on.
So when I'm finished, when I'm all finished,
Yep.
I'm going to slop the flesh that I took off of him on the edge of the table for now.
Yep.
And then I'll say you can let him go now.
Okay.
How are you feeling? I bet so. I will make this quick.
Make me a con save.
The Heartless
quick.
Queen really did send you, didn't she?
She did indeed.
I can just shed your skin to get rid of the bad
And what's
taste.
nice is that my pouch will grow more as time goes
It's not
on.
that time of the month.
It's like my flask.
yeah, there you go.
I love it.
There you go.
I'm not the right
DC
page.
is 15.
Skills. Not skills, saves. There we go.
Skittles?
No.
No. You do suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah, 13 being next to Smoot.
Yeah, I was gonna say you do have a +4.
Yeah, no.
So you are able to clench your teeth through the pain, but you do feel physically exhausted, like you've been running all day because you were fighting off that field. But
You're still alive.
You should have had a mushroom.
I thought about doing it afterwards. Somebody ate
I mean,
it.
I have another one. I have
like
another
it?
one.
Thank you for speaking of it.
You didn't ask. Here. So at that point, I'll be like, okay,
Reach past you into your pack, whatever, and just eat a
Fine.
handful of whatever I got.
now you're gonna be. Now there's a hallucinogen in there.
fuck
There's
it. All right.
There's all kinds of shit in my pouch.
There's a spike.
All right. Roll me a D8.
You got mushrooms. You got dried, all kinds of stuff.
2.
2. Okay, you didn't roll the number I rolled, so it's not bad. You are hallucinating.
Oh,
And
great.
luckily, since you're immune to poisons, you're not ODing.
And the
Okay.
best part, when you're hallucinating, I look normal. Like, out of all the weird trails,
You reminded
We
me
can
more
see
of a
each other,
dragon
right?
than I expected.
purely
Me?
normally.
Yep,
Maybe.
yep.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and fix him. So I'm gonna roll him over
Okay.
and roll him onto his side. So I've
Okay.
got his stump upwards.
Okay.
I'm gonna reach into my pouch and I'm gonna pull out a vial of water, and it has a symbol of the spring court on the side of it.
Mm-hmm.
It is holy water. So I'm gonna pop it open and I'm gonna pour it into the cavity in
Okay.
his shoulder. Then I'm gonna pull out my prayer wheel.
Sounds terrible.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my prayer wheel, which
Yeah, you are
is
evil.
under the leaves. So she pulls out this, and it's just a ring of thorns.
Okay.
And when she holds it, it sits on a necklace around her neck. She holds it, it sort of lifts up from the center of her hand, and she casts regeneration.
Roll me a. Let me see. Arcana or no? Roll me a nature check. There we go. That sounds appropriate for druidic magic.
Oh boy. Let's see.
Why are you doing this, Smoot?
Nature.
I mean, everybody else sounds like they're in a cave. We can just converse normally.
25.
25. Describe to me how the arm grows back rapidly over a 4-minute period.
So what's going to actually end up happening is it's going to grow back in layers. His skeleton will reknit itself first. So think of
Fifth element.
fifth element, exactly. So as it sort of pieces itself, and there's this sort of white magic that sort of twists its way out, and in its wake, the bones start to sort of knit themselves out all the way to the tips of his fingers. And then the ligaments begin to twist and grow around the bones. And then muscle begins to spring up down the length of his arm. And it is finished off with skin. Glossy, shiny snake skin. Scales! They come last.
Look out, it's skin!
You gotta give it
You
up.
monster! Because I'm tripping. It is skin.
Did you know I'm chaotic evil? No.
You disfigured me.
I'm sure there's a like a filament or a
Yeah.
layer of skin, and then
Yeah,
your
yeah.
scales
I look
will.
like it does.
You're a snake
don't
with
fucking
one
know.
hairy arm.
Let me call a vet and figure that. Anyway, but it ends in scales.
Yeah. Magic, yes.
And it itches like a fucking bitch. You're welcome.
As you're tripping,
Because of the regen or because of one of the things I ate?
Yes.
That.
maybe both. Maybe both. Maybe you're
I don't
tripping
know.
a little bit, but you see
Whenever
ants on your
you
skin.
have a sunburn and it's like peeling and stuff, that's how I imagine it feels. I don't know. I've never grown a limb
Except
back.
1,000 times worse.
Except way worse.
The scene is yours.
Make sure it moves. You know, test it out.
Mirroring smooth movements, he seems to know what's going on.
Never been said before.
Can you see the trails too? Damn right.
Feel okay?
This was a lot. This was terrible. It's still less bad than the last time you took my arm off.
How is his health?
His health is fine. The regeneration actually restores health. So
Okay.
what damage he's taken is still there. He still suffers that level of exhaustion, which
Yeah.
will disappear
Other
after the night.
other
but-
than that. Other
yeah,
than
yeah.
that. Okay.
Outside that, his body looks fine.
Okay.
He looks in good health.
Okay.
You didn't roll poorly, so there's no residual damage or
Okay.
negatives.
I was just looking. I didn't know if he would, if his hit points were lower or
They-
still.
They were during the surgery, but regeneration itself at its base will heal the damage that you were able to prevent, especially with the high medicine rolls.
Sweet.
Let's take the dragon. I knew I could count on you to get my arm back again.
At him?
You?
Me?
Yeah.
You looking at me?
I'm tripping.
Okay.
I'm going back to the last dragon that took off my
you're
arm.
You're on psychedelics, yeah. Like, I would say the only thing that looks different is, like everything is as you expect. The only thing that seems,
So minor.
I would do is that Strom's character right now looks like the fisherman.
Ooh.
Looks like what? Sorry.
Looks like the fisherman.
So he looks like a dead fisherman.
He looks like the human.
Because I've got my
eyes.
stupid crown. Everyone looks like they're dead.
Yes.
It
does.
sucks.
Everyone looks like they're dead, except for Strom. Strom doesn't look dead. Whenever you look upon Strom right now, he looks like the fisherman. He's the only thing in this room that doesn't look dead to your eyes through your death sight.
Well, you just broke me out of a gem.
How was that?
It was terrible.
Sounds like it.
Maybe you should go lie down for a while, Captain.
That
I am lying down.
well, some more quiet.
Yes.
Some more quiet so that that's.
Someone get the captain some orange juice.
That's oranges.
I'm gonna stand up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how steadily, but we'll try.
You feel like you're steady.
I mean,
He's not steady.
You're upside down.
I recently inherited that monkey tattoo. I could be climbing in a way.
You could have a climb speed, and you can climb on any surface as long as it is not at a true 90.
So we're gonna stand on either side of him essentially and hold him up. Okay.
I like that we were eating breakfast, basically. Like, ah, fuck it. Lay down. Do this. You gotta take me next door into my room.
Of course, we didn't clear the table first. He's got scrambled eggs on his back.
Okay.
And a bit of toast and bread.
No, toast was in his teeth.
Yeah.
So Zork-san is escorted back to us. Oh.
Do your planning. Get me Rena.
okay. I'll bring her to you, Captain. And I'll go and find Reyna.
Yeah, you go. You find Reyna. She's done cooking lunch for the afternoon, and she kind of has it all kind of set out for people to just come in and grab it buffet style. So yeah, a halfling woman walks in. She's like, "Oh, yeah, of course. So, are you all right, my dear? Oh, your arm looks better. Oh, lovely lady. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Reyna.
Movies.
Yes.
She ripped my arm off.
Oh, it looks like it got better. It looks much better.
I made it much better.
It smells a lot better.
Most of the smell is, and she
Yeah.
points at the pile of flesh sitting on the edge of the table.
Haven't done anything with
Yeah.
it yet. Just
Do you
sitting
have a
there.
bucket?
She picks up a bucket. She vomits in the bucket.
Yeah, because I still have an arm.
And then she hands you the bucket with the vomit in it.
Wonderful. I'll put the arm, what's left of the arm in
It's
there,
like
and I'll
sticking out.
slush the rest of the
Mush it
slop in
in.
there.
It's just someone toss it off the side of the ship.
All right, dear. Let's go. I need to not look at this. I got a craving for peanut butter and chilled eggs.
That sounds amazing.
He is going to feel good for a while. He is going to feel really bad later.
Ah, yes. Well, let's get him back to his room and Smoot. Oh shit, he's on drugs again. She just kind of hides behind her husband, kind of holds her face in fear. Because she got knocked the fuck out last time.
Just because my pupils are the size of silver dollars.
He's not. He's high.
Last time he was on drugs, he climbed into the window of the women's privy while we were showering and then knocked us all out.
Mauvais starts to laugh.
While he was butt naked. It was
In my defense,
disturbing.
I was naked.
Oh, what's that?
In your defense.
It makes it all.
I don't think that defense is pulled up in a court of law.
That might land you a few additional
Yeah.
charges.
Yep.
So.
He's bearing the truth before all of
I don't
us.
know what you're talking about. I'm in charge of discipline on the ship.
Oh,
She
dear.
will carry you off to your room.
You ever tried to lean on someone half your size?
Yeah, I have children.
How's it?
They crumble. That's how that works.
I'm gonna sit out while you do some planning.
You guys plan. I gotta pee again, but the scene is yours. Come up with a plan, and then let me know what that plan is. Because I don't know how you're planning on this body. What is this? What is that name of that movie? Not the Breakfast Club. It's the one with the twin girls. I don't know how you're planning.
Oh, Parent Trap.
I don't know how you're planning to do this Parent Trap.
This
but
literal
I'm
Parent
down for
Trap.
whatever. It's your guys' plan. So.
Which you gracefully excuse yourself from.
Gracefully. I'm a big fan of letting you handle your family matters.
Yes. It's a rare condition in this day and age. I don't know, like, what's like going back over the layout of the town, which is like it's like a mining town in the middle of a forest, and there's that river that has a big bridge over it, which is where we're gonna scroll up from, and the sheriff is the sister of the goldsmiths of Navius,
Yeah.
who's
So the sister you're not going to marry already knows that you're married.
Yes, because we brought her along. That was because we had to stage that fucking midnight kidnapping of sorts to clear things up before she did this campaign. God damn it!
Did we ever figure out how we can find Imposter Navius?
Is there going to be like a pre-wedding dinner or a rehearsal dinner?
See, I think he mentioned last time that it was going to be like a weekend lawn affair. Like it was going to be like
Oh yeah,
like a
the
fair
events and
festival
stuff.
almost of like
Yeah.
celebrations and stuff, and the actual ceremony wouldn't take place until like the second or third day or some such. So presumably it should be opportunities beforehand to try to get a private audience with them.
I mean, you could do something as simple as wanting to talk to the father of the bride and ask for something, just to thank you or
We need to talk about the dowry.
yes.
Yes. And need to
Extort him for all he's worth.
Just quite a bit.
Get it written in a contract and then swap him out.
Right.
Is this or is this not your signature?
Have to be on the lookout for the Flying Eyes, the werewolf people that are working for Albus.
Which I don't know if any of them would know anybody that's on the.
Toast is dead.
Yep.
I don't think the rest of us ever interacted with them.
Armin
They chased
was the only
Armin.
one.
Armin.
Well, you interrupted that when they were robbing
yes.
Toast that one at the inn.
Yes, robbing.
They did see me, yes. They kind of went past me in the stairs. I wasn't involved. I was just there.
Right, but they've probably seen you, but yeah.
I don't think I stick
And
out.
that's
now,
also
Sam.
assuming that, but that's also assuming that that is still part of this timeline, I guess.
No, yeah, it's still, yeah.
Wait, if they're werewolves, we can kill them by feeding them chocolate.
I mean, that take a lot of chocolate. If we can get them at least a little, they'll be.
It is a wedding.
I don't think it's, it's...
What are you, some kind of wizard scientist?
Yes, as a matter of fact, you're not here, Captain. Shut up.
You're not here.
Yelling through the wall to this right next to her.
If you go to the astral plane, he is here.
It's a 5-minute delay to his second form. So yeah, so the sheriff of the town is she's the aunt of the sisters that kidnapped and such. Maybe we can somehow get to her, or like ask her to like arrange a meeting with Albus. Be like, hey, we have a sensitive family matter to discuss, and because they're not on great terms, but they're not on bad terms, so maybe he would trust her more. I don't know.
Or you could just kick open the door and demand an audience with your future father-in-law.
Who is my actual father-in-law? Not, well, I guess uncle-in-law, technically, because he's not my actual.
Look, it's complicated.
Yeah.
I mean, he's your father-in-law, but he's your future father-in-law.
And your future uncle.
He is.
Right now, it's your father.
He's Schrodinger's father-in-law. So,
He's both your
He's your
father-in-law
in-law.
and not your father.
yes.
I don't know what you're confused
All
about.
of
This seems
this.
pretty straightforward.
Nothing about this, since I have joined, has been straightforward.
Clear as mud.
We are 163 episodes in.
And you joined us at like 25, so
Yeah.
if you're lost, that's not great. So yeah, I think the big obstacles be getting Elvis somewhere private and also keeping his guards, whether they're Flying Eyes or any other guards, occupied so that they're not directly interfering.
And I think you gave the Lord's Ensemble to real Albus.
Yeah, that's what he's using.
Or Albus, sorry, no
He's got
Albus.
it.
And does Navius and Albus, you mentioned before they had like a connection of sorts, being twins.
Yes.
Would that help him like be able to pinpoint, like location wise, like where his brother is, or at least
Yes, actually it does, but it does go both ways.
So if we stab one, does the other feel pain?
Only one way to find out.
You know.
Mostly by the way that one died and the other one didn't.
Whoa. Hi.
Ma'am, get down.
So that's
Don't
another.
worry, that's normal.
That's another point. If they bring the real Navius with us, Albus will probably sense him. Unless would non-detection shield him from that, or is it something stronger than that?
Non-detection would shield Navius from Albus.
Okay.
So is the
Or we have someone that can transport things. Or teleport things. Or people.
Everything,
Oh.
yeah.
So
I'm
we
also
can,
capable of scrying.
So once we get Albus captured, we can bring Navius in easy enough.
Where would he be coming from? This plane? Another plane?
Where he's on our ship.
Yeah, he's on our ship. The good twins.
Strom really doesn't know any of this. This is really out of character because Strom has been in a moment.
for like what, 100 years?
I
Only
have
15 apparently.
Okay.
I have many forms of teleportation at my disposal, so you'll have to specify.
So we have that option once again out of character.
Can we get Arnim in here?
Yeah,
He's been around for
Arnim
most of
walked
this.
in to help.
He probably has some more ideas on what to.
Also, Arnold needs to fix some, I think, as well. Didn't he
He's
get a
pretty
radiated
jacked up.
somewhere?
Yeah, his belt is, got cut in half.
If there are trees around,
Should
then
have Arm get it fixed first.
There are lots of trees around. There are trees made of
it's
gold
fine,
also
bad guy. You just have
underground.
to rip it all.
It's trippy.
Tear out the torso.
I've got-
replace it.
I can transport via plants. It doesn't have to be a tree. It's big enough for you to step through.
Tree
Or-
stride?
Not tree stride.
I got that.
I have that one too. But I've also got actual teleportation. I've also got. I think I've got like 2 other versions of teleporting. Just depends on the distance. It's like the one thing Dreams is really good for. Movement. Freedom of movement.
Okay.
Would
So
Navius know potentially how they would when close they get together when they start to sense each other?
You would think that they can always feel each other.
So
But
he
the
may-
closer, the more. So if once he gets within a mile, it's more than a distant feeling. It's more of a
Wait, he's alive now.
yeah. It'd be like, wait, he's alive. And then within like
felt sense.
half a mile, they might be able to know each other's direction. Within 100 yards, they might know exactly where the other person is. You think maybe from your guys' research, within like 30 feet, they might be able to read each other's minds.
Mm.
This is the twins?
Yes.
And who are the twins?
There's a good twin and a bad twin. The bad twin killed the good twin to take his place as head of the family. And
He's
he's
been
literally
masquerading as
replaced
him
him,
for 20
pretending to
years.
be the good twin.
Okay.
And no one knows the good twin died.
And
We
he's-
found him in their vault, resurrected him. Then the bad twin is like has a dragon curse on him, so he's super greedy, and that's led to a lot of his evil actions.
Okay.
So the main thing is the plan is to go back, remove that curse, and in theory it should make him
Less evil.
not evil.
Okay.
He
But
wasn't-
also maybe crazy, and that's when you
Yes.
Demi blame him to safety.
Yes. And the idea is the good twin wants to be put back in his place without ever letting people know that the bad twin had taken over in the first place.
I see. So, demi-plane him? You're going to just put him in a pocket? Is that the
Mhm.
plan?
An asylum,
so he can't
effectively.
hurt himself or others.
Okay. Okay.
For a certain period of time before he basically.
And at least keep the secret from getting out also for a bit, that sort of thing.
Alright. Cool. Sounds like fun. Maybe.
So, just go straight to the boss room and
Yep.
just hash it out right then there, like we should do.
Sounds right.
Okay. So
We go.
Do we want to?
Figure out where he is.
Yeah. So do we want to bring Navius with us to better track down his brother? Or do we want to keep him on the ship to teleport him in later?
Navius is the good twin.
Yes.
The one you resurrected.
Yes.
Yeah, Steel Trap.
To replace Albus Mavius.
Who is playing.
Albus is playing Mavius.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it. I'm caught up. Perfect.
I think the one downside of taking him along would be that Albus may alert individuals we would rather not alert.
Yeah. It'd be preferable if we could get Navius back into his position and be able to take over the operations he's been doing without his underlings cottoning on to the fact that their boss has been replaced. Versus Albus being like, hey, if I suddenly give you orders contrary to what I've told you before, it's not me, don't
Right.
listen to him, you know,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So we get him alone, uncurse him, take his clothes off, put him in a demi-plane, and then teleport in the good one, change clothes with the bad one, and then carry on.
Yes.
So, I can get him out of there quickly. If you can get me in there, I can get him and all of you out quickly. I can bring them back to here. When is this? Will we rest before the
Yeah,
ceremony?
there's a day or two.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I can bring the collective, if we get in there and we get to him, I can bring us all back
You can go
to where I rested last,
take you out.
which would be here,
Ah.
which is where Navius would be, and I can do that,
Okay, let's go. Come on,
And then we just go back.
and then I
outside.
can take us
Just make our way
back.
Oh, so you can. Oh, so you can.
I can take us back.
Oh yeah, that would be.
Poof, poof.
Yeah, if you could
There.
get Elvis back into our ship, where
More so, the fastest route would be to take you into the Dreaming. You do whatever you need to do in there. Navius could be in there waiting for us. We go into the Dreaming. You strip Albus, put Navius in there. We step back out of the Dreaming right where we stepped in. Another option. That requires 1 spell from me instead of 2.
So we would be doing all of this in the Dreaming.
Yep.
Huh.
It's an option. It would be a sidestep into the Dreaming as opposed to a full-blown teleport back to the ship.
Would he get any kind of ability while he's in the Dreaming, or is he the same as he would be in the material realm?
He shouldn't, but I will.
It depends on his adaptiveness. Casters seem to do better in the Dreaming than marshals.
What is Albus? What does he do? What makes him dangerous?
he's rich.
Okay. Other than that,
Yep.
is he magically adept? Is he good with a sword? What does he do?
I get a sense of him being a magic user of any kind before.
He always used scrolls.
Okay.
He always pulled out a scroll every time he did anything.
So if there would be an element of risk, there is chaos in the Dreaming, which tends to make magic a little more unpredictable, but we can eliminate that by simply teleporting back to the ship, and then we never touch the Dreaming. And then I can just take us back. And here in the ship, you have your crew.
Mm-hmm.
It would just be a cost of 2 spells to me instead of 1. It is no trouble.
What do you think?
Let's let's do the teleporting option first to start off with. The less risky, less chance of.
That's the thought.
Which isn't our usual method, I
Right.
know. But
Then
Okay.
we keep the good twin who I've already fucking forgotten his name.
Navius.
Navius. We keep Navius here wherever I rest. Keep him here, and then we will immediately teleport back to here. You can swap him out, and I can take us right back.
Your plan is to approach him from the Dreaming, or are you guys
No,
physically?
we're gonna-
You're not
we're
gonna do
gonna-
that one.
So I'm
Okay.
going to use. I have a circle of the. I have the circle of dreaming ability, where I can teleport instantly back to where I last took a long rest.
You're talking about not Hearthstone, but it's a 6th level spell.
It's not a spell. It's one of my. It's one of my.
Oh, it's one of your features.
It's one of my features as a druid. It's called.
Yeah. That's fine.
It's not Balm of the Summer Court. It's called Hearth. No, that's not it. Hidden Paths. No, just kidding. Walker in Dreams. That's the one. So it opens up a portal to the last location where you finished a long rest on your current plane of existence.
Okay.
I will use that to take us back,
Okay.
and then I will use teleport to go right back to where we were when it's finished.
Yeah. So we'll go on foot into town to
Okay.
find Albus.
And I'll have to be there. I mean, obviously I have to be there, but I'll have to be able to bring us back to where I took us from.
So we'll leave Navius back on the ship so that he doesn't alert Albus more than he
Okay,
already
so
is.
your plan is to go into town, find Albus, who's disguised as Navius.
Yes.
You plan to get him alone, wackadoodle
Yeah.
somehow.
Yes.
Teleport him back to the ship.
Yep.
And then do a switchadoodle right back and put the other.
And put the right Navius right where we picked up the wrong Navius.
Yes.
Okay.
You tell the evil one from the good one because the evil one has a much curlier mustache.
Absolutely. The handlebar.
Okay.
The handlebar.
You guys have a long rest to prep on this, so let me know what. Go ahead and prep your character sheets with what spells for the day you think are necessary for this this heist of sorts.
This wedding.
Yeah.
The wedding, take 2.
Because the wedding's going to be the next day after.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I remember that because it was going to be a multi-day affair, so should be able to
He was so
speak with
sneaky.
Albus before.
Yeah, the wedding itself is a 2-day event. So, but this is the day before even that. So, the next day would be the start of the 2-day event at the Silver Falls estate. Within the Silver Falls.
I'm really good at finding people too, so I have locate as well. So
So we can show you one twin. Can you find the other twin?
I don't know, maybe with locate. Let me see.
At a distance, could Navius like point us in the general
You
direction?
describe or name a creature that is familiar to you. The spell can locate a specific creature known to you or the nearest creature of a specific kind, so long as you've seen such a creature up close. If the creature you described or named is in a different form, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Let me see. I've got, of course, a...
Oh, Tony,
Yeah,
I completely forgot.
yeah.
I have a familiar. I
Okay.
completely forgot.
Okay.
So I knew I was forgetting something.
Mhm.
So I have a fae owl named Urk,
Okay.
and he looks just like a regular owl.
Okay.
But he's actually a changeling, like a fae
Okay.
who's been forced into this owl form.
Okay.
But I use the spell Conjure Fae to turn him into an Anishag in
Okay.
combat, and I completely forgot about it.
So you use Conjure Fae to turn him into an Anisette.
I use Conjure Fae to make him his true form. That's
Okay,
the
okay.
story. I just use Conjure Fae, and that makes but he would be with me too, if that
That's
is
fine.
okay. I completely
That's
forgot
fine.
about him. I'm like, I know I have something I'm missing. Something I am
That's okay.
missing. So I will have just had a very quiet, grumpy-looking owl
Yeah.
sitting on my shoulder.
That's fine. Yeah. I'm okay
He
with
probably ate the slop that came off of.
that. Solid. Love it.
So she probably gave the nasty bucket to the. But when
With
he
the vomit.
But when he ate it, his whole he his jaw opened up and
Unhinged his lower beak. Swallowed the bucket whole.
the whole bucket. I remember when I first introduced him to the last party I was playing with. The dwarf was like, I do not think that is an owl.
It's a Florkin.
It was so funny.
And the owl swallows the bucket. Smoot's like, yeah, right on.
That sounds fine to me. So you
Okay.
guys long rest for the night. As you guys long rest, I want everyone to roll me a d12 of an interlude die.
What's gonna happen?
We're just roll a 12-sided die.
We should really roll one for Corey too. Let's be honest. That'll trigger
A
it.
2, a 3,
8.
and a 4. I rolled a 3.
Sweet.
Here she is.
Oh, nice.
So that's here she is.
Nice.
Oh,
Here she
oh,
is.
that's your character.
That's
okay.
my actual character.
Okay, I thought I was.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
When you say Anishag,
That's what she makes the owl.
It is.
so
Your character is probably tripping right now. As you're tripping,
That guy.
Like every other day.
something's been poking at your brain this whole time you've been tripping. Everybody else kind of looks whatever, but you notice the entire time you're tripping, his character looks like a fisherman. At first you thought, whatever, I'm tripping, it's cool, but you notice that Zorksan said the same thing, which is odd that you're both tripping and seeing the same thing. And normally when you trip, things change, things shift, but he has remained a constant.
Hi.
what would you like? Smoot, what is? Are you okay?
Why are you the fisherman?
I mean, why am I the? I'm not the. I'm Strom. I know I've been gone for a little while, but I'm not the fisherman.
You're the fisherman.
Decadic, do you know what is he talking about? I'm not the fisherman. Right?
After everything we've been through,
Long
And
coatl
pupils are,
wings
like,
kind of
fully
stretch
dilated.
from the back of his form in your trippy mind.
What's what?
The fisherman. The fisherman's he's in his human's form, but you're seeing coatl wings. Because you know that the fisherman is a coatl in his human form. Or his actual form. So you see long wings spread out and in a yawn and then pull back into the body.
Do it again. Poke, poke.
What?
Do it again.
What do you mean, Smoot?
As you hear breathing from above you, deep and loud, as you look up, at first you think, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's a gorilla the size of a castle standing.
Harambe.
This is canon.
As
By the way.
Harambe looks down upon you, you hear him say the words, "Time is a circle."
Yes. Yes, it is.
After about 5 minutes of just staring in the sun, your character is at this point like seeing like spots everywhere.
I mean,
and Harambe
to be fair, I was
disappears.
seeing spots before.
That's true. That's true. They're just more physically there now.
It's just one big
Harambe
spot.
is now at this point kind of receded from your vision, but you're left with that feeling. Time is a circle,
Whoa.
and that is what you get.
can I, off to the side here, cast my astral retreat to just poke into the ethereal and take a look at Strum to see?
Give him your usual luck. No, you won't make it to the astral.
I know. Should I just roll all my failures now to see if he's...
You know what? Fuck it. Roll it. I'll give you 3 rolls. If
19! I stepped into
it
the
works
astral!
the first time out of combat.
Yeah.
I have a spell that has blink, and I never step into the astral.
And when he's
Never
blinked,
roll
he
the
gets to
right
heal,
number.
but
Yeah.
he hasn't blinked in like
6 combats?
Something like that.
it's
Is
been
it just
months.
because it always fails?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
His
no,
dice
boy,
rolls
I-
are
I think
not
he's
very
rolled
well.
25
'Cause it's like
times.
11 or higher.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I remember like the first fight that when I was around, you did it like twice. And then I think that was about it.
That's funny.
Well, the last time he did it, he went into the astral and then just never came out.
That's right.
It was that he went into the astral, saw I don't remember who, but he just shattered a reality around him, and he came back and was like, no.
That's what
Damn.
caused it.
I think it was Maladak actually.
It
that
might
did
have been,
that.
yeah.
Probably. Wow.
So, yeah, your character goes in the astral. As you go in the astral, everyone seems to, everyone looks like a misty version of themselves. Strom looks like Strom's figure outside of you can see Strom's coatl wings stretch out from behind him, as they are always mystically there. And the astral is a reflection of his soul, so it is more physically there, where in the physical, it's only there if he actually extends them with his will.
But otherwise, he looks like Strum.
He looks like a misty version of Strom, right? Because everyone looks mystery in the astral because you're peering across the gauntlet.
Okay. Not that I really thought it, but you know, with the way things go on the ship, one can't be too careful.
Okay.
I have to see if I can leave the astral. No way, I can do that at will. I don't have to roll for that, thank God.
You never saw Decadic again.
Yeah.
Well, you got your soul tether. It's the safest spell
Thank
that you
God,
have.
yeah.
He never left home.
That's it for the interlude on my end. Outside of whatever you guys want to do, we can proceed to the next day if you're ready for the heist.
Sure. Let's do
What's
this.
going off?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like all the fun.
Buzz.
I think even mine. Yeah, mine too.
Mine was not included, sadly. I keep thinking it is.
I muted my phone. Was there an alert going around or something?
I don't know.
Children have been kidnapped.
Ah,
Yay.
Again?
there's a general alert. Children are being kidnapped.
But I'm here.
Yeah.
What are the chances of 2 kidnapping children?
Okay.
What do you mean the children kidnapped
Okay.
someone?
You. It is the next day. It is morning. Your arm is fully back. Everything feels all right.
That was real. Good.
You know, you're awakened by the smell of vomit. Raina
Why?
is vomiting again.
Damn it, Raina.
So.
It's not attached anymore. We're gonna have to wash the sheets.
Oh, sorry,
Really
it's just
tired.
the smell is in my mind. I have to go eat some eggs. Walk off. Each of you awakens for the morning. I assume you take Toast's old room.
Might as well.
As you walk in, there's a lot of beautiful flowers. There
Perfect.
is a hanging. It's not a bed.
Also,
it's
there's a
hammock.
lot. It's very
There's a
nautical
hammock.
themed.
It's very nautical themed. There's a closet full of elegant and differently decorated
Overwrought.
sailors' admirals' outfits and captains' outfits and
Okay.
all these other outfits, all of them with different awards.
And a purse with wooden coins in it.
Yes, a pouch of wooden coins and other keepsakes like letters that he prepared to write to his wife.
Poetry. He was pretty
Some,
good at it.
And didn't he say he had a painting of her in his room or something?
he has a painting of her in his room.
Was it dragon or lady?
It's the human guy. So go with the dragon.
Depends on what angle you look at it.
Oh, it's one of those holograms.
Just
Yeah.
You're walking. This has obviously been somebody else's room, but obviously they are
No longer with us.
no longer with.
Sure he is.
Why? Just toss it overboard, Captain.
Just dump
So-
them out.
Mauvaise wouldn't disturb anything.
Okay.
Except she'd make sure that the flowers were tended to. Are they cut flowers? Are they plants?
They are growing out of the wood.
Magically grown.
You're welcome.
Oh, I'm having a conversation with them.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna activate my bracers and I'm gonna speak with plants. We're gonna have a conversation.
Okay.
What are you?
Uh,
Where did you
as you talk to the flowers, you notice that these flowers are not connected to much outside of. They are connected to the Heartless Queen. She has been watching him from these flowers.
Ah!
Ah, you've arrived. The flower heads turn towards you.
I'm ruined, Neil.
You're welcome.
Please tell me how goes it?
Well, it goes well, my queen.
As the servant agreed to the task.
Indeed.
Excellent.
I made them aware of your wishes as to the timing of our venture. We will be leaving soon, I believe.
Good. A warning. There's a spy in my court. He knows.
The spy knows what, my queen?
Not just the spy. He knows. Joy is aware.
Of what I'm doing?
That I am doing something, and I have sent an envoy. I sent 3. You're the only one that has lived.
Because of joy.
I suspect him or one of her children.
I will not be felled easily, my queen.
Good. Root and all.
Root and all.
and all.
Yes, my queen.
2 of the flowers wither.
Okay.
But the rest of them are fine.
Are you the spy?
The morning greets you. Does anyone else do anything
I
in the
do
morning?
that angrily also.
I wake up and find out that I painted a big circle.
All
On the
squares make a
wall.
circle. All
On the wall of
squares
my
make a
cabin.
circle. All squares make a circle.
All right. You've painted a big circle in there. A big circle, and
But instead of a solid line, it's time is a circle, time is a circle, time is a circle.
Time
But
is a circle.
words.
love it, love it.
Just
What color is it? What color paint?
silver.
Silver. Nice. All right.
I have no memory of doing this.
Not a single memory. Anybody else?
This means something.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll fill Tatiana on the plan that we're trying to do, and also inform Navius, real Navius, that we're going to keep him on the ship and planning to find his brother and bamf him back here to do the switcheroo.
Okay. Awkward pillow talk, but all right.
Yep, very awkward.
Why are you sharing the bed?
You just roll over.
Yeah.
Hey,
Leave room for the Holy Ghost.
That's where Toast King size bed went.
Tatiana's in a totally separate bed.
Other side of the room. She's on the couch.
Pull that cat.
It's like Star Trek, TNG, Picard rolls over and there's Q right there next to him.
Nice. Anything with Strom or?
He's probably just happy to be sleeping in an actual bed.
You're sleeping in an actual bed. You're not sleeping in sand that is always hot. Even when the sun goes down, it doesn't greet you for months at a time. Sand was always awkwardly hot.
Gross.
Yeah, that's gross. That's very gross.
Can I ask you how you think you would die?
My character?
Yes.
So you
My
are we
the
having
no,
we
no,
having
no,
this
no, no.
conversation over
No,
breakfast?
no. My helmet, the thing that's cursed on me,
Oh,
I see people in the moment of their deaths.
Okay.
The most
It
expected.
kind of sucks, to be honest.
It doesn't mean that you didn't get better afterwards.
Yeah. You might die a different way. It's not written in stone, but right now that's the path you're towards.
Time is wibbly wobbly kind of thing.
how about
Oh,
a way that I almost died?
Okay.
I was almost killed by a red dragon.
Us too.
A comrade.
So you see, when you look upon her, you're seeing a half-burnt visage, like being incinerated.
She like lost the majority of her hair, her skin, everything on one side.
Maybe she will fit in with us after all.
After this, you want to come kill a dragon?
Lovely. Would love
Oddly
to.
enough,
Love to.
even though you're not tripping anymore, Strom still looks like the Fisher.
Small aside, does he also have a death effect, or does he look normal?
Strom looks like the Fisher.
Well, I mean,
That's
the
it.
fishermen look fine.
Fisherman looks fine.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's disconcerting.
They all look like my mother.
What on earth?
Oh God! Oh, Suicide Squad! Oh God!
Don't you have like a therapist thing or something?
I do, yeah. I need to like.
You don't have enough spells.
We
for that.
all. Oh, I do. We all
think
need
you do.
therapy.
I don't think
We
so.
all
Speak
need
for
it.
yourself.
You got some PTSD that we could do some real work on. It. We could.
I think I've
I'm
developed
working
it
with
enough.
hallucinogens.
I don't need your help getting more.
I got things.
When the morning rolls around, is there any soil anywhere on this ship?
Oh yeah, there's some potted plants. There's some soil.
Okay, I'm gonna plant my staff in the morning,
Okay.
and I'm gonna grow a berry off of it,
Okay.
and I gotta figure out who I think I should give it to. It's basically a free heal.
Mhm.
Maybe that one, since he's about to venture into all kinds of shit.
He's lived this long. He'll be fine.
So, I'm gonna give you the berry off of my weapon. It's basically a free heal. If you don't use it, it just withers and you don't use
But
it.
what does it taste? Is it good?
It's real good.
Does it taste like snozberries?
Yeah, I mean it tastes like whatever you want it to taste like.
Snosberries.
It's a single fresh fruit, and it's just a quick 1d10, basically a 1d10 health.
Okay.
And you can use a force grenade.
So,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
your characters have gathered together. Where are you going? How are you getting there?
Shall we plan a heist?
Oh, now you want to
Are
plan?
we gonna steal a whole person? Okay.
I mean, why start?
True.
We've never really planned.
Plans are
anything.
idealizing what's not going to happen in the
Any
future, but I like the
preparations?
optimism.
You guys just teleporting there and winging it?
So, does anyone need a disguise? I can.
well,
Give anything.
the Navius
Ma-
still
Navius
has
needs one.
his-
But he's staying on the ship.
He's staying on the ship. I guess he doesn't technically need it anymore, but
How are we getting to where we're going?
Walking.
The ship? Wait.
we don't want the ship to get too close. So
Where is it that we're physically going? Like, what's the? Is it,
Gracia.
You guys are
Or somewhere.
currently about here. No, I'm sorry. You guys are currently about here. You on the ship. You guys are trying to get to here, which is in Varissia in the Silverwood.
do I have any trees that I can teleport to in that region?
There are trees in the city.
But would I have been familiar enough to get us close with a teleportation? With with a teleport via plants?
Roll me a luck check. I'll give you a D100. I will say 50 and above. Yes, you've been to the Silverwood.
22.
22.
Negative.
Sadly, you've never been to the Silverwood. You've been to Varissia, but it's far away.
Okay.
A lot of the trees are actually minerals, so it's.
Hey, I've been a lot of places, but not everywhere. So
I just unattuned my Atlas of Endless Horizons, so I can't.
Sounds like you got to reattune it this morning.
well, we can.
There's always that helmet teleportation.
How fast?
too. Not that the
I'm
helmet
sure
can
the
take it
ship
over
is
your
faster
Atlas.
than.
it's the ship is about another day away.
Was the wedding supposed to be today?
No,
One
the
more
wedding,
day
the
out.
wedding stuff starts.
Oh well, I guess sail at high speeds. Focus on that.
And then. Okay, yeah, I'll attune the book the next morning, then, and we can teleport into town that way.
You can attune to an item over a short rest.
Okay. I'll do that. I did want my Ebony Pearl of Power on hand also for spell charges, but yeah, I'll attend the.
I have an open slot. I think. Hang on. I don't remember.
How do you not have your character you made today super memorized?
I did not make her today. I made her
You
about.
leveled up today.
No, I didn't.
Really? Okay.
I made her about 4 years ago and
Nice.
leveled her to 16. It just so happened that she was the level that
That's
she needed to be at.
hilarious, actually.
It is
Yeah.
funny. I was like, I think my druid's close to that level, and I popped it up. I'm like, oh, no, she is that level. So I didn't have to level her at all. But no, alas, I do not have an open.
Alright, I'll attune the Atlas so I can teleport us into walking distance of the town when we're
Okay.
ready to go.
You have an Atlas of Endless Horizons. You're able to prepare the teleportation spell through it. Yeah. Okay. So your plan is to teleport just outside of the town.
Yeah.
All right. I assume near Shauna's house.
Tatiana's friend who we stayed with.
Yeah.
We should probably check on to see how she's doing after the mess we left there.
Well, after you unleashed all those undead in the town.
Oh shit!
She was. They didn't seem to have anything to say when we. Well, their house was still standing when we came by last time.
Right.
When we teleported outside their house, it looked fine.
Okay. So you teleport there. The rest of you there, you're just looking as you look.
And a fancy tux.
Okay.
Got a
snake
huge
in the
top hat going over my crown. I gotta be.
I am going in animal form.
Going animal form.
So I'm going to say, how would you feel about being accompanied by a couple of owls?
Sure, why not?
The correct answer was who?
That was a good one. Okay, so she'll turn to the owl that's sitting on her shoulder. Does anybody speak Sylvan?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's gonna say, "That'd be nice." He's gonna ruffle his feathers and look indignant. She's like, "Be nice." In Sylvan, And then he'll ruffle his feathers, and then he'll hop over onto your shoulder.
He's looking indignant. Any different from normal?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Indeed it does. His eyes are bright gold. He gives quite the resting owl face. So I will take a similar owl form as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a fantastic pair of hooters.
And then she'll take a spot on his other shoulder.
Each of you perch on his pauldrons,
Yep.
which you have a lot of room
Yeah.
on those. And
Good
yes,
massy. Good
Okay.
perch-on. Yeah.
Perfection.
And if they're one of the
and you
birds
have a
themselves, no
hawk
one
mask
knows.
on, I assume. So
The eagle thing. Yeah.
so
Maybe it
basic-
would be better to be an eagle then. Maybe that would be better.
I don't care.
You want a couple of eagles instead?
I don't care.
He's
Okay,
related
we'll
to
do
some
that
nature. It's
instead.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, a couple
Animals
of
are
We'll
fine.
do that
Cool.
instead.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you become flying squirrels, that would probably be best.
Can totally do that too.
Phantons, come back.
Oh,
Sweet
no.
Phantom meat.
Oh
Anyway,
no.
Careful, the captain will probably attack you if you turn into a phantom.
Okay, well I will resist.
all right. You teleport into town. You find yourselves on the southern edge of the map I posted in Facebook. You are just outside of Shauna's house.
Are you wedding dressed or just disheveled?
I'm dressed for bear.
Oh, shit.
What's wrong?
Uh-oh. What summons him? Or
Oh,
something?
dear.
Okay, we'll
Sorry.
take a break.
Hello.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
After these.
Okay, yeah, we got a map here. Okay.
Oh yeah, milk.
So, Cassie, any questions about what's going on? Once tonight.
I'm gonna unmute us and go back from the break. Okay, we are back. Okay, you find yourselves on the southern end of the Silverwood Village, the patron town of the Goldsmith family, the richest of the 5 major noble families of Varicia, and the family in which Decadic Thornbrook is to be doubly married into somehow.
Either Jeff Bezos or he makes Jeff Bezos look like a chump, kind of love as well.
And the description of Nadius Goldsmith is very similar and reminiscent to a Jeffrey Bezos.
Total coincidence.
Total. Absolute coincidence.
But you find yourselves on the southern end of town. The house is there. Shauna and her kids are all outside. They seem to be kind of getting ready to go to church, as it is the holy day of Idolin right now. Because the wedding was going to be on Idolin, but it's been delayed for a few days, so it's not going to be on Idolin because of the the storm that ravaged the countryside. Silverwood proper is a gold mining town. They mined, of course, those golden trees that are long buried, that were buried when the desolation of Samadhi occurred and changed the landscape. It is outside of the Silverwood, which is a actual forest. But deeper within the forest, it is known to have those silver trees, which are considered sacred amongst Elvenkind, and the entire river of silver that runs across it to the Silver Falls.
Surprised those werewolves are cool with being in this town.
That's a good point.
So that's pretty much what you see. You guys have the map. You guys know that there are a lot of people in town. There are more security guards here, right? And there's been a hired band of Jaunt-2 fire giants who have been hired to protect the town and the dignitaries during the wedding. Additionally, on top of that, there are several dignitaries in town. So there are a lot of nobles just walking around this town that normally wouldn't be walking around this town. As the Goldsmith family is it's considered the event of the year.
Do we see any royal guards indicating that the queen herself's arrived yet or not?
Roll me a luck check.
It's a D-hundo.
D100. As long as you don't roll low.
40, I think, right?
40 is good enough. She has not arrived yet. So she and your father are not in town.
Good. That'd be the real threat. My dad's an asshole.
Most dads are.
Yeah.
But yeah, outside of that, the fire giants are visible, right? Because they walk, and as they walk, you see a head above some houses going one way or the other. There are roughly about 12 fire giants that are in town. As well, of course, the Flying Eyes. A band of adventurers who protect this town and the gold mines, who you know to be evil Luke Garou, secretly.
Yeah.
That are
I'm sorry.
basically kill a lot of people and were previously feeding bodies to a sentient heart that created cursed gold.
Yeah. Yeah. You've gotten mixed up in some shit. Yeah.
Great.
She works for the Heartless Queen, so she's not used to.
I also used to be an adventurer.
So you turn
So,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, set it up like that, expect it not to swing.
If I didn't think it'd rub off, I'd throw my die.
All right. The scene is yours. You have the town. Let me know what you want to do. I will paint the scene as you go. I'm not sure how you're going to accomplish what you're going to accomplish, but I'm down for whatever you do.
That's fair, neither do we.
Should
Yeah.
Tatiana show up with us?
It's a good question. If we should bring her with or not. Or, no, we should. You know, we probably should bring her and Liliana, her sister, who we took from this town, because we did send Victoria after us to retrieve her.
true.
So,
We should probably return her.
yeah. So, let's.
They did what now?
So,
Weren't they
Tatiana
that
and
No.
her sister, who you're supposed to marry,
Yes.
but you haven't married, you married her other sister, are here. They're like, oh, well, good luck to you.
Three's company too.
And I will hopefully see you at our wedding and not my sister's wedding. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the plan.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. It's not a plan. It's what's going to happen.
Yes.
All right. Well, good. I am going to go get a Medi-Penny, and we're going to have a lovely afternoon at the Silverwood Spas. Good luck. And they both walk off, and they're going into town.
Good.
They go grab Sean and the kids too.
Yes.
So telepathically.
Oh, we can do that. I have a spell.
Okay, I do too.
Okay.
What the hell is going on with that? He's supposed to be marrying the one, but he's marrying the other, and or he is married to the one, or is married to the other. What is going on?
So there was an arranged marriage
Okay.
that he was lukewarm about.
Okay.
But then he met the sister when we rescued her from pirates.
Okay. Is that the Liliana one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then they kind of
Okay. I
And
remember
then
how that works.
We're in the
to-
same room together on
Yeah.
occasion.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's about it.
it was very
Mhm.
what's that Victorian show? Bridgerton.
Mm-hmm.
And then
This is
Not
what you call
quite
a
Bridgerton.
honeymoon.
the original marriage was sort of and so then when these two wanted to get married, these two and then we brought the sister in because the first two wanted the sister, and then these two got married, and then wanted to witness, and then we had to go back where we are now to cancel out that wedding and make this wedding official.
Your normal stuff.
Yeah.
As you do.
I mean, maybe it was you do. Okay.
This
Alright.
is not the strangest thing we've done.
Nor the
is not-
strangest wedding that this party's
This
had.
is not the strangest thing I've run into, but it is confusing.
We do that well.
Got it. Thanks.
We had a stranger wedding.
No.
Well, one of us got married to a dragon. Rutherford got married to a pirate lord who's actually a red priest that we don't know about, but you do.
And
I
that-
do.
Yes.
Strom knows.
Strom knows.
That's probably the weirder one.
Yes.
Well,
Is anyone here not married yet?
I'm not.
Common law marriage, basically at this point.
That's not how the law works.
And you got a
though.
Vegas wedding a while
Yeah.
back.
Yep.
I think it's just like.
Scarlet, Scarlet never got married because
She was dead.
Yeah.
Well, she had.
She was going
Quill
for Quill
Sharpener.
Sharpener, but then she died, and then Quill Sharpener died. And then we're bringing back her.
Yeah, the Scarlet was the female Mamba number 5. A little bit of cool sharpener over here, and then a little bit of that one over there.
There we go. I posted the wedding invitation
She was
I made like 2.5 years ago.
Oh, God.
She was head of
Golden
HR.
Girls.
Oh, the
Blanche.
Blanche.
She was
Oh.
like Blanche.
Like a halfling Blanche.
Yep.
Yes.
Even sound. They did a good job of like even making it sound
Tony,
like
you just scared the shit out of me. I thought it was my boss again.
No God.
Jesus.
You shall be invited to the wedding of. Okay.
Okay. So.
So don't mind the type of one there. It's a different person.
So,
Yeah, Julia's crossed out in crayon.
should we make our way to the
Magically across
big
every
manor house
invitation.
in
TBD.
town?
Mm-hmm.
Call upon, see if Albus is in or not, or at least see if the sheriff, his sister, is to get an audience.
With the shots.
Okay.
Away.
So you're going to the manor house. All right. So you make your way to.
Keeping an eye out for the silver eyes. And it's
Flying eyes.
It's subtext. Silver eyes.
I'm gonna fly ahead, and
Mhm.
once they point out where it is that they're going, and I want to take some time while they are approaching it to find the nearest tree to familiarize myself with.
Okay. Okay. That sounds fair.
Like,
Let me
you come around here often, Tree?
I've had many great conversations with trees. Thank you.
Let me pull
Your
out.
words said carry a lot of
Beautiful
weight
breast,
here.
would
I
you
hope
leave
you
me?
use
Would you
it.
please?
Yeah. So you
It's the only reason you
find
kept me
there
on
is
the
a
ship, isn't it?
large 3-story central mansion in town.
One of two.
There is a single fire giant stationed outside, and a small contingent of elven guards. There is a large line of people outside of the manor house. Each of them carrying gifts of one such or another. They are lined up, from what you can tell passively, with your good eyes and your ability to perceive passively. You're able to tell that they are lined up in order of probably wealth and nobility and propriety.
Okay.
The poorest at the end, the richest at the front. Each of them seem to be waiting their turn to be escorted in. and then escorted back out. They seem to be taking people about one at a time in the front. In the back of this large 3-story manor house, with many windows, some of which are open on the top floor, to let you know. In the back, there appears to be a lot of cooking and preparation. There seems to be large tables where they're preparing, appears to be a large meal for the day, probably for later on that night. A lot of servants going in and out of the back. There is only a single guard in the back who's kind of like looking at the servants as they go in and out. He's like, go in, go out, go in, go out. Roll me a scent check. Roll me a perception. This is what you're able to smell on the wind in your bestial form.
15.
15. Something doesn't smell right in the distance from the person in the back. It is not an elf, but it's a humanoid. And he's dressed a little bit more wild. He has a longish beard that looks a little ragged, little food scraps hanging from his mouth. He smells wrong. He's wearing a large cowboy-like hat. He has a gun upon his side, and he seems to be really fixated with fixing his nails. And he just kind of barks at people as they go back and forth. You're out of character. Your character's known this as Grimshaw, one of the Flying Eyes.
Okay.
You're unaware of that, but he doesn't seem. Something seems predatory about him.
Okay.
Something doesn't smell right
Okay.
about him. And he's in the back. In the front, looks like just normal level guards outside of the one fire giant who's just kind of standing there. And people are almost like walking in between his legs. He's standing in such a way where he's just straddled side by side the gate entrance,
Okay.
which is more of like a double door gate entrance, enough to let a carriage through in and out.
Okay. So I'll do one wraparound to kind of get to get this gauge of everything from overhead, and then I'm gonna find, like I said, the nearest tree that will be large enough to walk through, and I'm gonna land in it and familiarize myself with it, so that for the purpose of using my spell, if I need to.
Your character is able to find perch on a tree nearby. There are several.
Okay.
It is a village, but the village does have several trees,
Fine.
as it is surrounded by an elven sanctuary.
Okay.
Outside of the strip mine that's a mile down the road.
Okay. And once I complete that, I'll head back.
Okay.
And when I get back, I will swoop in and land on his pauldron again. And I will. Hey.
So.
You just flew ahead. A lot of people standing in line out front to get in. There's a lot going on out front. Fire giant. A lot of stuff. A lot of people bringing stuff. But in the back, there's someone in the back. Only one guard in the back where the servants are walking in and out. There's something weird about him. Doesn't smell right. Big guy, big beard, kind of looks like a mess. Got something fixated with his fingers.
Was I? I wasn't there for that episode.
You were carrying around the tent.
That's right, the tent that we didn't use.
Yeah, you didn't appear on that episode. Yeah.
You spent most of your day setting it up, also, and then we stayed in a house.
With the buffet of fish tacos, like, where are they? When are they coming back?
Okay.
I don't know. Think it's worth sharing with everybody?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
So it's the kind of judgment call I expect out of you.
So
Why would that be important?
before committing
one
to
guy
I'm going
in
to
the
cast
back
Mage
if we're
Armor on
looking for an easy
myself
way to get in.
beforehand.
I don't know.
And also probably get the
something-
rally cry
something
out
not-
just in case we
something not
get
right there.
separated.
So,
Something really unusual.
additionally, Decay cast
Made me
cast
feel
Rally
uncomfortable.
Cry, so you
I'll
guys.
deal with it when I get there.
1, 2, 3.
So you guys now all have the ability to speak telepathically with the Cadix Rally Cry. It does have the additional bonus where if you down a foe, you can, I believe,
Take
make
an
a
extra.
dash as a bonus action.
My at will telepathy. Can I do that with everyone?
I believe that's directional, one person at a
I
time.
thought it was. That's
But
why.
it's also a different telepathy too, so you can have separate side conversations as
Okay.
well.
Private DMs.
Private.
Conversations.
I mean, I'm
Goes
gonna-
one way.
So we have
I'm
a
gonna
group chat going on, and then you have private DMs.
And you just DM people.
Yeah.
They can't respond. Or
It's
can't.
like,
they?
yeah, great idea, Dick.
Okay.
Can you believe this asshole?
No, I assumed he was just talking out
Okay.
loud. I assumed he was just
With-
talking out loud to me.
With your telepathic, they can bounce back. It's per message.
It
Message
is.
can't.
Okay.
can't
Okay.
bounce back.
Okay. All right. All right. I
The
didn't.
message just has a limited range.
Yeah. I say this is my telepathic. You can speak telepathically to any creature as long as you share a language.
Yeah.
And I know detect thoughts.
Oh shit! There you go. You got that one too, I think.
No, I had that as part of the item that got stolen.
Oh, right. That item got stolen.
Yeah.
So you lost that.
If two
yeah.
people detect each other's thoughts, are they reading their own minds?
That is some advanced. That's deep.
I'll leave that to the philosophers.
How often we've had to repair the Nostromo? Is it even really the Nostromo anymore? With all the wood we've had to replace from all the different attacks.
So, yeah, let me know when what your guys' plan is. Right now, you are outside of
That
Shauna's.
ship of Zork.
You've only been here. I would say that probably took you all but about, I would say, 20 minutes.
Okay.
Flying up there, scouting, perching, preparing, and then coming back.
Okay, sounds good.
So,
Scene is yours.
You want me to share that info with Smoot?
He doesn't seem worried about sharing it with anyone else, and
No,
So I'm
I mean,
not-
why would that be important?
There we go.
Yeah, it's only the place we're trying to get into, probably.
It's just a weird guy. It's fine.
You'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen?
Alright.
so by the way, as we
Big
go
fuck
around the
gods,
town
it's
and
fine.
looking through, we didn't really stop and look around much or anything, but does it look like the undead did anything?
Well, the undead.
I guess they weren't supposed to attack people, so
Yeah,
maybe
they
not.
just attacked the one
The-
golem that we fought, and then after that, commanded to just make a havoc. Just go through
The
town, not
spooky,
necessarily.
scary skeleton.
Yes,
deaths.
exactly.
What damage they did happen to the town has quickly been undone. This town has been made pristine. It has been cleaned up. It has been prepared for a royal visit from the queen herself.
The only casualty from that was because of toast.
Which queen?
The queen of Arissa.
the witch queen.
And
I believe
As-
her name is. The queen of Varissia is. Give me a second.
I
Oh,
think she's a witch queen.
no, that's out of Mithras.
Varelis.
No, not Mithras. It's over here. That country right there. The Witch Queen.
Oh, the Banshee Queen.
No. In
The circle of witches, those people.
Midia. Thank you,
Yeah.
Midia.
But also at least the one
The
witch we
Empress
know
of
that took
Ferelden.
over Varelis.
The Empress of Polaris is actually
Yes,
a hag.
the
And whatever her two associates are that we don't actually know who are or anything.
the Empress of Ferella is a witch as well. Right. Yes. So anyway, that's, yes.
Shouldn't matter too much,
Secret.
but I am going to cast off an arcane eye, and I just want to send it off towards where that black tower was.
Okay. Queen
I just don't know if there's any
Tatiana
signs and
Silverleaf is the queen.
Especially with like
No
watching
relation.
Avengers Infinity
She
War
is
without having
her,
watched any of the
her
previous
moniker is
Marvel
the
movies.
Reformer. Queen Tatiana Silverleaf, the Reformer. You send your eye over there. It's going to
It'll take it a while, I'm sure.
It's going to take it a while. Yeah, you send your invisible eye out there. I'll let you know when you see something. So within that hour period that it'll take the eye to get there, what are you guys doing?
Make our way to the
It's going to
manor.
be like, it'd be 20 minutes for you to get there. Make your way to the manor, just walking up there?
Yep.
Cool. You guys, within 10 minutes, make it to the manor. There's a large line outside. There are guards. There's a fire giant. You guys aren't being stealthy.
I'm not, unless
Nope.
you guys want to be, but...
Nope. I'm the groom of the big
Fucking
shebang.
classy as
I'm good.
hell.
Yeah. Let's just.
People
I
take
miss this
notice of your unusual group. A man with, most of you wearing armor, or a snake with a top hat.
I'm wearing a suit with it.
A man with
Ooh.
owls with an owl
I'm wearing one of those
mask.
tuxedo T-shirts.
We're eagles, and
How
he's got
dare
eagle
you.
hats.
Right?
Yes.
I
A
spent
knight with
money
eagles
early in
on
this
his
campaign
shoulder.
on a good suit, and I'm going to wear it.
That's why I come in
I
bird
polished
form,
up
so
the-
I can look
the
like shit
non-
and it's fine.
Lichen covered portions of the armor.
Yeah, the non moss covered and lichen covered portions of the armor sounds great. That part is shiny. All right, you guys arrive. You guys are there. People take notice of you while you are there. Distant whispers. Mostly, your character is able to pick up that those are whispers. Of like, hey, do you see that? Oh, that's the crew of the Nostromo. You're reading lips and whatnot.
Okay.
Most of them are able to point out that they are able to pick out Decadic very easily, because you will notice that there are pictures of him and
Liliana.
Liliana
Awkward.
all over town, and posters of the invitation and scenic portrait murals painted on the wall of them bequeathing each other's love to each other.
It looks suspicious.
Someone
Like
has
that
gone
night she
all
stuck her head out
out
the window.
for
You all appear to have quite the notoriety. Everyone around here is recognizing you.
We have failed upwards.
Isn't that how all adventuring goes?
You guys did get recognized by the queen, yeah?
Yep. And we did abscond with Liliana just a few nights ago in game.
Well, secretly, no one noticed. Well, one
Well,
guy
somebody
noticed.
One guy noticed, yes.
Okay, so you guys are there. No one's challenging you. You're outside the gate. What do you do?
Just walk on in and being the groom and all, presumably, can just get in.
You're warming Zork's heart with your confidence. They're just strolling in. My cold heart. So proud of you.
So your goal is to just walk on in.
Yep, because, I'm the groom of the wedding, so I'm more important than everybody else in line, right? So
Yeah.
let's just keep walking.
Roll me a performance check with advantage.
So we're your
You
groomsmen,
are
right?
Yes.
you are the groom.
Basically.
Important question. Who's the best man?
It's well, do you want to be best man? I guess it could be someone else the second time around if you don't want to be best man again.
I mean, I think I'm more like the bouncer.
That's true. Strom, would you like to be the best man this time?
Of course, Decadic.
You're at least dressing for it.
Yeah, just armor all the way.
Yeah.
Armor
You're
and
not
swords
shaved,
everywhere.
You're not shaved, you're not
Yeah.
showered,
Nope.
but you're armored.
Yep.
But he's the bouncer. Okay. Right.
He's also armored, to be fair.
Ooh, nice. Oh, we made the advantage. That's a 27. We're doing the Reservoir Dogs walk toward the door.
Reservoir dog style, background music. You guys are able to walk past the guards. They part before you. The fire giant actually takes a step out of your way, and you get a clangy salute as his hand makes contact with his helm, and they announce you as you come in. Decadic Thornbrook, son of Rentisius Thornbrook, groom, enters, and the crew of the Nostromo.
The Wu-Tang Clan!
The Wu-Tang Clan enters.
Oh wow.
As a herald now loudly, and because the herald has been announcing everybody that's been walking in, you walk into.
There ain't nothing to fuck with.
You walk into a beautiful entry area. There is a guest login ledger. Somebody just writes it down for you. Decadic Thornbrook, Captain Zork Sand Venom Tongue. You are
Strom Sky.
Storm Skybreaker.
Please don't ask us stupid questions.
Of course.
Of course.
Captain
Yes, I'm taking note.
And there we go. And to Pet Eagles. All right. Some lady's nervously scribbling as she's kind of making hand gestures, and like a concierge walks in, a very snooty wood elf that's wearing a tuxedo that's a little too tight. He says, "Oh yes, the groom has arrived. Can you be helped, sir? Is there something you need? Lodging? Your wife to be is of course upstairs. She has, of course, kept to her room the last few days. I'm afraid can't see the bride before the wedding. Bad luck, I'm afraid. Victoria Winterrock is guarding her door for you, sir, and her honor.
One of the eagles chitters.
Very good. I would like to speak with my future father-in-law, Navius.
Of course. Lord Navius is currently in council. Would you like me to have him meet you in one of
You broke
the
them.
guest rooms?
Impressive.
Oh no, I'm happy to meet him in his council room, and he can just dismiss whoever he's talking to.
Roll an intimidation check.
Oh, I'm gonna assist in that.
With an assist.
Yes, please do.
As a man with 3 bird heads peeks over his shoulder.
It's a bird Cerberus.
If it fails, Urk is gonna open his mouth.
Oh, thank
Like
God.
back up.
This.
3 bird heads?
Yeah, he's got a mask.
Oh, right, okay.
You want to burn a lucky.
I don't have a lucky. I rolled 2 natural ones
Are
in
you
a
fucking
row.
kidding me?
No.
I love it.
This dice is
I
vanity.
want you guys.
Yeah,
Now you
you're
guys
right.
are intimidating. You guys are very intimidating. Describe to me why this fails. Why amongst the group of you does this very convincing it should work intimidation just
shits.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Urk just shit
Ah.
all down the side.
Both birds.
it would have went off as you were mid speech. One of the eagles gets a little too rowdy. Your familiar hops on your shoulder. It's like as it kind of goes. It's all of a sudden unexpectedly diarrhea just starts rolling down your
Are you sure it wasn't your
back.
character?
No, it's not.
Track mid
called
sentence
fear
of this
tactic.
loose track of what you're saying.
It's a
As
plaything.
these
You
nice close,
understand.
it gets all over your shoulder. It's on your
Ah.
vomit.
You can poop.
It's on your right hand. You take your hand and you try to like wing it off and just do this. As you do that poor lady with her ledger, you're just spraying bird shit all over her face.
And the bird's still on your shoulder, like.
There's an SNL skit where Jimmy Fallon plays a pet parakeet that shits on Liam Neeson's shoulder.
Oh my god.
That is exactly what I'm picturing.
Sadly, before you're distracted by this, the concierge has just disappeared. He has just left while you're distracted with this bird fiasco. But then, after being done, plop plop, jumps back on Smoot's shoulder and kind of looks at you like,
and she gives the biggest glare in bird form possible.
Oh.
I prestidigitation my robes for what little good it does. And also the lady manning the ledger, I'll cast on to clean her up.
you cast the spell, but
Fairness,
she's
he
still
was
just
trying to help.
horrible. But yeah, okay.
He was trying to
Uh,
help.
That was the most intimidating shit I've ever
Oh,
seen.
literally.
Listen, in the Feywild.
It's a sign of dominance.
You don't understand the custom.
Yes.
Sorry. He refuses to travel anywhere without either bird. There's nothing that can be done about it.
Put that in the banner.
Yes.
Okay.
So we've got fingers in a rhino ass, and we have birds.
Birds
Bird shit.
defecating on Kaden.
So welcome to our game.
Wow.
This is amazing. I'm happy to be here.
I'm glad that's where my 2 nat ones came out there. I'm glad
2?
that's what they. Yes, I rolled with advantage.
No. You say that that's the only 2 you're gonna roll.
Yes, they are the only 2 I'm gonna roll. You shut your mouth.
It's adorable.
The concierge is not interrupting the meeting. You don't know where he is in this 3-story building, but you do know that not the pretend Nautilus, but actual Albus, is somewhere within this manor house. He's somewhere in here, but where you're not certain.
I could find out. I know his name and what he looks like,
Mostly. Apart from that, yeah.
but I know his name.
Yes.
They can do a lot with names.
This is why we don't have nice things.
If you're able to
Why?
ping and figure out where he is.
Just need a quiet place to do it.
Probably not here.
Okay.
Yeah, she's telepathically speaking with you in bird form at this point. so.
Somebody roll me, whoever wants to look, an investigation check. Ooh, and somebody give me a cookie.
Not it.
I will.
Okay. As you kind of Strom quickly looks around, trying to find a place that might be quiet.
14.
14. Takes you a couple minutes, but you do find a room. It wasn't empty, but as you guys walk in and look intimidating, people just kind of file out of the room, leaving gifts behind that they were probably waiting to give. somebody.
Unfortunately, with the privy, so.
No, it's just a nice waiting room. You think that there's a lot of rooms that have probably been emptied out and made into waiting rooms. This might have been like a smoking lounge because, especially your character in bird form, you would smell it and also, I'm afraid, as well, Matt's character because you have the sword.
Akami no Kiba.
Akami no Kimbo, which gives you the senses of a wolf. You're able to smell the smoke in this room. This is a smoking room.
Okay.
Yes, he's a samurai trained by dragons who has wings and can also has wolf powers.
Okay.
There's been a lot of episodes. Anyway.
Remember, for next week, you need to watch all 160 episodes.
There should be like 2 behind.
Yeah, fine. Okay.
Are they all 160 posted?
Well, the first 2 is just the comics, so shit's quicker than watching the...
The first episode was tragically lost, yes.
So when we're alone, I will hop off of his shoulder and return to my human form.
Thank you for hopping down first.
You didn't want me just, sitting on your shoulders? It's fine.
And then I'll pull up my staff and take I'll reach into my pouch and pull out a tuft of fur, drop it into the pool of water that sits undisturbed at the top of my staff, and begin to cast Locate Creature. And while I'm casting the spell, I'll turn to all of you and I'll say, I need you all to tell me about Albus. Give me his physical description, what he's like. Give me his full name if you have it. Whatever information you have, I will use it as a focus for the spell.
So this will be a skill challenge. I'm going to need one of each of you pick a skill.
I don't
that
know
is
him.
germane. So probably a persuasion
Did you
check,
not
an
meet him
investigation
Oh,
check,
yesterday on the ship.
and probably a insight check.
Describe him.
I'll do insight.
Pick your skill, make your roll, adding your successes together.
Well, I did actually speak with him in private, face to face, the one time. So,
Yeah.
would that be what skill would be germane to that?
It could either be investigation to speak of the features that you memorize, or persuasion to convey the tone of his
Character
name.
descriptions.
I'll do the investigation.
Like
because
character, as a
that's,
person, how are they kind of characters?
So that
that
leaves
sort
the
of thing?
persuasion to the captain.
At this point, it's whatever.
You do that.
Not another
Go ahead
one?
and roll.
Good.
No, there's a 0 after the one,
Thank
fortunately.
goodness.
What am I persuading? I was on the same team.
You're trying to convey the name, like how it's properly
Oh, yeah.
pronounced.
Yeah, the Fae can do a lot with true names. So if you know his full true name, I want that. If you know, how he looks, how he, what his personality is, I'm gonna use your insight, your knowledge of him as the focus of my spell.
Go ahead and roll, Tom, for the persuasion first. Then we'll go to the investigation, then the insight.
I think that's 20. Yes. With my 2, that's 21.
All right, 21. You are able to convey the name fairly clearly. The proper pronunciation of Albus.
Albus, not
Albus.
It's Leviosa.
Yeah. It's very important how you pronounce it, so you're able to convey his
Transphobia,
true
not
name.
transphobia.
That's what I'm leaning on.
Albus
Yep.
Goldsmith.
Not in his native language, but you know, good luck.
For investigation, 22.
22. Decadic's able to bring out some very sharp features. Let's 4. Okay. Decadic is able to bring out several of the features, things he looks like, things he likes to wear, physical features he's able to describe and convey.
Okay.
With a 21 insight, I'm like, he looks like the other guy on the ship.
With the insight, you're able to convey tone, demeanor, the social cues, what he feels like when you're around him, right? And that gives him, that's 10 successes. I put the threshold at 8. You guys are able to accurately convey him enough. I'm going to give you, he is warded.
Okay.
Roll me what check would be germane to your spell?
It's a divination spell, so I'm assuming wisdom.
Okay.
I'm assuming it'd be wisdom based.
Roll me a wisdom check with advantage. You have advantage because of the spell, but because of the descriptions, and additionally, you will have, because of the accurate descriptions, a +4.
Okay. So D20.
Yep.
Plus my 5.
Yep.
Plus my 4.
Yep.
At advantage.
At advantage.
So D20 plus 9. So that's shit. That's 17.
Mm-hmm.
So 17.
17.
Yep.
Okay. You feel him above you. 1 floor. Directly above you.
Okay.
100%, because you're where you're standing, you just take a couple steps forward to the back corner and you feel him directly above you. There is but feet of wood.
So the way that this spell looks is very much like that Stephen King movie where those guys could like twist their finger and locate objects.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember what that movie is.
That was the Dark Tower, I think. Is what
No.
was that that
This
one?
older.
Oh no, it's the one where it's the one where the things that come out people's butts, right?
Bingo.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one.
Dreamcatcher.
Yes, that's it.
Shit weasels.
So she starts. So essentially, what she does is she uses the top of the pool to scry, and as she's casting the spell, she draws the water up from it, and it follows her finger, and it starts to basically move like the needle on a compass, and she starts walking forward until it points straight up. He's there.
I've heard of dowsing for water, but this is ridiculous. Right there, huh? Are you pondering what I'm pondering, Captain?
Well, I think so, Brian, but I don't know if we do. Wait, what's the I think so, Brian, but I don't know how we'll ever get monkeys to use dental floss.
I have 2 thoughts. Which one were you thinking?
Feeling artistic, are we?
You are, okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god, yes.
Alright, we'll pull him out.
Alright,
Get ready to teleport at a moment's notice.
I want you to roll me a...
Hearing that, I'm going to prep my teleportation circle immediately.
Okay.
That's fine. You can do that while I paint.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
And you're painting. I want you to roll me... Do you have proficiency with painter's tools?
Nope.
Okay, so it
But
is
he's had so much practice.
You had a lot of practice. Roll me a performance check to see how quickly you can paint. The goal is for you to paint this, I'm guessing you're painting a hole,
Yep.
quickly enough before he moves. Within that period of time.
Or does anyone have a saw?
Well, my
we can-
spell is concentration, so if he moves, I should see the needle move.
Yeah.
So,
You said with advantage?
With advantage. So he's pulling out what appears to be some kind of painting material. And he's
sure.
painting on the ceiling.
Gotcha.
Oh, hey, that's workable.
And during this time, you're preparing your...
I'm getting
I'll
ready.
I'll have you describe that when
Okay.
we get to the scene.
Okay.
23.
23. Well, that's...
less of a hole, more of a trapdoor just.
So yeah, I put the DC at 18. I thought that was high.
I've only got a +7. It's still pretty high.
It's still good. Okay, so what you think is going to happen is going to happen. I want you to describe what you're painting and how it looks and how the triggering mechanism is going to go. And then I want you to describe what the teleportation circle looks like, how that magic works.
Okay.
And then I will trigger the scene.
So the spell doesn't require a circle.
Okay.
It's instantaneous.
Instantaneous.
I just like the flavor of it being a circle.
Yeah, no, great.
So, so
Can I borrow your portable hole?
No.
What?
Please. Please. So he falls. We put the portable hole over him. We teleport.
where does the hole go to?
It's just.
Doesn't matter.
Kind of.
It's effectively a tiny Disney plane. Because
Okay.
It's just
Okay.
a larger bag of holding or whatever.
Okay.
But we don't want to soil his clothes, and who knows what's in that hole that he's going to slosh around.
Also, all of my main valuable items are in that bag. I don't want to put Mr. Worm Curse guy in there with my money directly.
Yeah, big Scrooge McDuck.
Well, it's not like he's going to try to escape with all your stuffs in there.
I trust in your ability to grab him.
Yeah, Walker in Dreams doesn't even have an action.
Okay.
It
No,
just happens.
that's fine.
No, I didn't realize that. So.
What does it look like when you get ready?
Okay, so she'll walk the perimeter of this circle, and she's centering it below this thing that he's painting. And what she'll do is she'll create this portal
Okay.
underneath all of them.
Underneath all of them. All
Yep, underneath all of us. And so she'll have everyone sort of step in close,
Yeah, that was
and she's preparing things.
Okay.
Just getting ready so that
Just
we can
getting ready.
just so that we can, when we're ready to go, we say go.
Okay. Energy begins to gather below you in preparation
Yep.
for this. What does the trapdoor look like? Is that a trigger mechanism? Like, what is the
So, the idea is it's a thwomp. I want it to swing back up as soon as once the weight is gone, as it goes.
So you
go back up.
You accurately paint some springs on it, or something.
Springs on that, and hopefully some kind of effectively a locking mechanism or something that'll like jam it after one.
So you've got maybe like a latch where it's like a trapdoor with a latch that you pull with a spring, then you pull it back. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
You
Yeah.
already sent your Arcana eye elsewhere, didn't you?
Speaking of which, has it been 20 minutes?
It has been 20
that black
minutes.
tower, the hole into the
The
vault.
black tower is gone. There is nothing but a hole where it remains.
There's still a hole.
There's a hole that leads down.
Well, man, we'll go down there in the meantime, but it's not any dark vision, so I don't know what to expect.
It goes down there. It's kind of what you expect, except it's all gone. Like whatever took it took all of its valuables. The mausoleums are gone of the ancient.
Oh my
undead.
god.
They're all gone. They've been displaced.
So I was thinking.
And the sparkling effect is gone.
Oh, it does have dark vision. But anyway, yeah. Okay.
I was thinking, right after we open the door, but right before we teleport, it might be worth it to pop your eye into that room to see who he's talking to. In case
Depending on how our time works out, then yes.
I mean, sure, I'm okay with that. So I'll require an extra check for you on that.
Oh, boy.
You guys have
Okay.
already done yours, so you've painted. You have yours ready. So let's begin
Suplex him when he
a
gets
skill challenge.
We've seen you wrestle.
I want you.
That poor gnome.
In my defense, I was naked.
That's your defense a lot.
You weren't naked.
he is a young JF.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay.
gnome that you were.
I forgot about that
just,
one.
Yeah, he's invulnerable. Just throwing him over.
Oh yeah, the vulnerable.
Yeah.
He's still alive.
He's
still
playing
alive.
Rocket
Well,
League
well,
with
wait,
basically-
We don't know that.
Anyway,
He's suicided, as far as we know.
so
You know,
you're
caster.
your
He's
guys.
invulnerable to my damage.
Mhm.
So I just picked it when I started bashing him on things.
Okay,
Grappling.
so I want a perception. I want a perception check from you. I would like an athletics check from you.
really should have done force.
I would like an initiative check from you to time the teleportation.
Okie dokie.
What are you doing during this time?
I am.
You can also do something to assist somebody if you want.
I want to keep a lookout to make sure nobody comes in the room.
Okay, I want a investigation check from you.
Okay.
I just realized we didn't go to the bridge where the scroll for remove curse was. Although
I'll say you would have already done.
Okay,
I'm okay
thank
with
you.
that.
Okay, thank you for that.
It was a part of the plan. You wouldn't have forgotten.
Decadic didn't. Johnny
A
did.
guy like this probably has.
Your characters are much smarter than we are.
What's the word I'm looking for?
And what is
Speak for yourself.
Decadic doing to help out this kidnapping?
Mine's got a 14. He's way above me. That 8 life, man.
It's. Yeah, you know what? I have the Tavern Brawler feat. I'm gonna use that to try to grapple him to keep him secure.
Okay, you are also grappling. I want you to roll a.
Embrace your
Since he's using the
father-in-law.
athletics, I want you to roll an acrobatics check. So I'm going to start in.
Can I do Blade Song to buff that
If you want
acrobatics?
to burn one of your blade songs for the day,
Totally
you can
will.
do that. First up, I'll save you for last because you're sending the eye. So first up is going to be the grapples. So athletics, acrobatics.
So athletics was 26.
26.
Dang.
Piddly number with your 25 strength.
Jesus.
Acrobatics.
16.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But still,
16.
that's crazy.
Okay, so the captain pulls the lever. As it does, immediately gravity does what it does, and a man that was sitting in a chair falls down with the chair, and it lands ugly on the ground, and the chair breaks. As before he even could fall with the chair on it, you've already grabbed him in a headlock, and you've wrapped your hand around his mouth and his feet, preventing him from being able to move around and speak. Your character, roll me an investigation.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20. There was a ugly crashing noise in this room, and people may come to investigate in the next 1d12 rounds. Okay, that's how many rounds. You don't know how many.
Okay.
Your character sends your eye up. As your eye goes up and points and begins to look around the invisible eye,
25.
Victoria Winterroth is standing right there, just kind of dumbfounded, staring at the eye. And
He's
like,
supposed to be guarding the room.
does he know? I'm going to roll to see if Victoria can figure out whose eye this is, because this is all happening very quickly. I'm going to say this is going to be an investigation check, and I will give him disadvantage because of the suddenness of this.
I haven't seen Victorio, I don't think, since Barovia.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Winterrock is looking at the eye, and he's like, "What? What are you doing, Zorksan?"
I know.
I rolled really good. I mean, the lowest was a 14 plus.
Oh, Jesus.
So, like, I missed the entire thing we showed to our boat, so
Yeah.
So he's spending his first round stunned, like, "What are you doing? What do I not know?"
he's
is
about
going
to
on?"
find out. I didn't catch him in the
As
in the
the
trap, did I?
Spring Knight is kidnapping the guy that the Winter Knight was protecting. Victoria Winterrock is the knight of the Winter Court.
Oh,
He is
no.
sworn to the Queen of Magic.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Do you
What's
have the
wrong?
right guy? Check the guy that
Like
you're
that.
hanging
This is
on.
Victoria.
She's like, is it him? Is it him? Is it him?
It looks like him.
What did you get on your initiative?
19.
19 within the first round, so we are still within round before people arrive. It's like, it's him. As soon as you hear that,
Yep. And it's one moment we are standing in this room and I'm preparing the portal, and then next the room collapses on us and it opens back up and you are standing in the dreaming. It is a blink of an eye. We use the dreaming to transport from this location to the next one. The dreaming collapses, expands, and we are back in that room with the flowers where I slept the night before.
Were there rotted trees where we jumped through?
What?
No.
No, we're
this
not.
is-
Oh, okay.
I'm
That
using
was in the dream.
teleportation. No. No. When we were in the dreaming, it was literally just a galaxy in all directions.
Okay.
No floor, no ceiling, just stars as far as the eye could see in all directions. Below you, above you, all around you.
The only person in the room with you that is new here right now is, of course, the real Naughtius is now seeing the real Albus.
Yep.
A instantaneous feeling, a knowledge of recognition. It happens on both of their faces. One of them a little bit more rougher, like as he's being wrenched back and forth. He looks like he's panicking. He looks like he's trying to reach for something at his hip. What do you guys do? This is round 1. I want everyone to roll an initiative check because he is going to try to do something. Okay. I rolled a 19.
I match you.
You match me.
23.
Dexterity.
18
18.
plus 4.
You beat him by 1. His stat is a 17.
Fantastic.
So,
12.
12. Okay.
15.
15.
16.
16.
23.
23. Okay. The initiative goes to the captain first, and it's going to follow you, then me, and then continue on. What do you do in this breath of a moment?
I don't really have disarm. Can I try to effectively use sleight of hand to try to take it from him, or?
Yeah, roll a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, if he's restrained and stuff.
He's restrained. Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand to kind of like deftly get your fingers in there and grab whatever he grabs.
I'm at 1 for a 16.
Natural 1 for a 16. Sadly, your character, deft-fingered as he is to get in there and slide in and grab it, he's being wrenched back and forth, and he's being grappled by 2 people, and your arm is just getting slapped out of the way.
You're not used to this arm yet. It's still taking a while.
It's a new one.
Get the sensitivity right.
Sensation
It's on inverted
throwing you off.
controls.
Yeah,
It's called The Stranger.
My pen is blue. My pen is blue.
The goddamn pen is blue.
Next on the initiative is your character.
Okay, so I assume I see him struggling to get something on his head.
Yes.
What is he reaching for?
Roll me a quick perception check.
I'm good for that. If I can get to the right page. Yeah. 25.
25. He is reaching for what looks like it looks like a large button sewed into the side of his pants, but you notice that it has a glimmering jewel on it. This may be a panic button.
Life alert! Oh my god.
He's fallen and he can't get
Okay,
out.
so I'm gonna
He
use
did
my-
fall.
I don't
He
know
would,
how
if you
far
let him
away
go.
am I from them.
You're within 5 feet. Everyone was kind of very close together.
Okay, alright.
And all
So
this
I don't
happened.
need to teleport to get over next to him. So, I'm not sleight of handing anything. I'm gonna go ahead and try to. I'm gonna go for his hand.
Okay.
I'm gonna basically join this grapple,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to specifically reach for his hand to keep it away from whatever this button is.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a attack roll. As you kind of like, you're getting ready to slap his hand away from whatever he's going at while he's being grappled.
Okay.
That's something I can assist with?
You're already assisting. When it comes down to
Okay.
your initiative, you'll
Lord have mercy. Okay, plus 5. So 11.
11. Okay. 11. It will increase the DC that he has to hit.
Okay.
As you are physically being an interposing force between him and his panicked thrashing.
So while he's doing that, I'm going to speak. Don't let him get the button on his pants, and I'm going to point it out to everyone in case not everyone has seen it.
Try you taking his pants off.
Fine, just take them off. Do it. Fuck, I wish I'd have thought
We
of
have
that.
to make change clothes, so we might as well,
You should have gone bear form and ripped them off of him.
He is going to roll with disadvantage. His penalty with your 11 is going to increase by 2. The DC he was going to have to hit was 18. The DC he's going to have to hit now is 20.
It's the fucking Thanos glove.
He
all
has a
over again.
plus 5 to his action. So he has to get, with disadvantage, a 15 at his lowest. Double 18.
Motherfucker.
Ow!
Oh, damn it, Cassie.
I did my best.
His hand lurches down, and you slap his hand out of the way, but then something odd happens. His two fingers on his hand grow in an odd clawed form as he is affected by Loot Guru Lycanthrope.
God damn it.
And he begins to
What?
change, and his hands and fingers extend as he shifts, and the finger just ding, just touches it.
Right.
Can
As
we
he is-
counterspell it?
The effect is starting to go off. Can it be dispelled now is the question.
Okay.
I will use my reaction
We
to.
ruled that items can't be counterspelled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't recall. I was like, yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That's why I was a question.
So, next on the initiative, you guys have, who's next?
Me?
Yeah, I had
I
a
had-
12,
I had
so you guys
16.
were before me.
Okay. I am going to roll a die to see when the effect will take precedent. If it's higher than the current initiative, it'll be next turn. If it's lower, it'll be next in the initiative. It has no bonus to its initiative when the effect will go off. Okay? So you either want higher or you want much lower. All right? Fair? I got a 16. Which 16 just passes, so you guys have an entire turn till his turn comes back around. That's when the effect is going to go off of the item. So,
Dimensional anchor that bitch.
I don't know if it exists.
next on the initiative
God
is
damn it,
Strom
it should.
Skybreaker. Strom, what are you doing?
I love that.
I want to. Oh, I don't have a whole lot I can do. I want to. So it's a button.
It's a button. He has hit the button. It's beginning. The red gem is beginning to glow.
Okay.
And he's starting to laugh, and there's a countdown starting. We have to get the fuck away from here!
I want to try to get in close enough and cut the button off and throw it as far as I can.
Okay. Go ahead and make me. I will say because he's grappled. And there's so many people there. I'll say make an attack roll with disadvantage. The AC is currently, I will say, 15. Because he has not prepared much outside of a mage armor for the day.
19.
19 with disadvantage. Good. You cut the button off. As you grab the button, I want you to make a con saving throw. And then I want you to make, if you succeed on that, then you can make a quick acrobatics check to just fling the button.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Good. I was about to say bye, Strong,
Yeah.
again.
Off we go.
Okay. The effect
Plus 4?
as yeah
24 then.
24. 24 beats the effect. The item was warded against theft. So you're going to take some limited damage, but go ahead and keep on going with it. But then go ahead and make an acrobatics check. The DC on the acrobatics, you do not have disadvantage. I will say fling outside a window that's just right there. I'm going to say DC 13, acrobatics.
Naturally, I just get it because it's 20. I have
Oh.
plus 20.
Jesus Christ. It is rote motion. As a samurai, you quickly cleave the button off, snatch it midair in the other hand, and fling it without even looking out the window. It is out the window. Okay.
I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but I did it.
Yeah.
Good work.
Okay, you guys are flying
And
over
at
the
least you
ocean.
didn't like
Okay.
actively attack him.
Right.
We are flying
Yes.
over the ocean.
Yes.
Okay.
So suddenly a large amount of seawater is teleported somewhere.
Just that would be fitting.
Okay, next on the initiative is who?
You, what was your initiative?
What are you doing?
Oh.
I had a
15?
I had 12. Yeah, you go before me.
I'm just holding him.
Okay, go ahead and continue your hold. Roll athletics again to
Where's your rope?
take
Hog tie.
your grapple to a pin.
Let's see. 21.
Cool. He's got an 8 strength, so he is pinned. He now cannot make checks until he breaks your pin.
So he's in a full Nelson.
He's in a full Nelson now.
Boston crab.
Okay. Next on the initiative is you, sir.
If he's got him pinned and secured, then I want to cast the remove curse scroll, and get this thing started.
Okay. The scroll has long been prepared. It has been cast at the appropriate level. The effect is automatic. What I do have to roll is I have to roll a save for him. Is that he does not outright die from the wave of absolute grief and emptiness that fills the void that will be left in his soul as you guys rip root and stem the dragon curse of avarice from him. It has caused this greed, a greed that caused him to slay his own brother, make pacts with demons, devils, evil fae, and betray his own country and his blood.
And by Twitter.
And by Twitter. That's Elon Musk.
This is a standard Tuesday. I think he's overreacting.
Anyway, my DC on this is I have to roll above an 8. If I do not roll above an 8, he dies. He just dies from natural 20.
Woo! I didn't know what that
He
is.
was, it turns out, strong of heart this entire time. Good for him.
He is keeping his shit together for the moment, but you can see his face go white. Even though there is not a visible sign of what's going on from his facial features, he has gone white.
Losing him.
He is beginning to fall into the depths of madness.
Hold him, Smoot.
Wherever he's going, we need to get him there.
Yes.
Where are you putting him?
We have Scroll of Demiplane.
Don't ask me how I got this. Do not ask me how I got this. I just cast a spell, though. So someone else take the scroll. Well, we need to get this. Do we actually need to swap clothes with him?
You could. Do you want to make rolls to try to declothe him as a
No.
Send him into his demi-plane naked to think about what he's done.
Let's just. You know what? Navius can use Lord's Ensemble to match the outfit that he was last seen in.
Not a good idea. It's a magical disguise. Everyone can see it. Anyone who can see through an illusion can see it.
And they'll wonder, okay, he's wearing 2 clothes. I guess one for formal, one for casual. Okay.
A full round has passed. This is the next round has passed. Okay, cool. That's how many rounds you get till people show up. Are you cast Demiplane?
Well, I just did the remove curse.
Okay, so you
someone
pull out
else-
the scroll of Demiplane.
Top of the round?
Top of the round.
So be you.
I'm expecting company, so I'm looking for Victorio and ready to cast Banishment to try to buy more time.
Your character. I want you to roll a perception check. Right, you're ready for this guy who has a way to freeze time and stab you through your heart.
Is that how this works? Sounds terrible.
Yeah. Ask me about it sometime.
I should have asked you guys about this. So I don't know that I even know I showed up. Anyway,
You felt like going into town.
Dirty
with your
20.
wife.
I was stalking your wife.
Dirty 20. All right, you are ready. All right. Next on the initiative is you.
So now the demi-plane scroll is what I got from the Pirate King, right?
Yeah.
Debbie, chance to learn like what the conditions of the demi-plane are. Because I mentioned before, like
You'd already set the conditions of the demiplane. It's basically a remote stasis where he can't harm himself, and he's in basically a happy place.
yeah.
Even though he himself is not happy.
Do I feel capable of casting a spell from a scroll?
Yes. In my world, is that the spell is already cast, You just have to literally open the scroll and read the word.
Then that's what she does.
Here comes the betrayal.
She takes the scroll, she opens it up. What you don't know is that I'm the big bad. I've been inserted in the
Aha!
story.
Fuck you!
She was Hester the whole time.
Anyway, I'll pull it open and read the scroll.
Pull it open and read the scroll. The scroll turns to ash in your hands, and as it does, a winking light starting from his center fills his middle, splits down his center, and pushes outward. As it does, he disappears in to out. So starting inside him and just disappearing as he's being teleported away, much like the old Star Trek.
Yeah.
So as he is put into a state of therapeutic stasis in a demiplane that is specifically created as a rubber room for him.
All right, get him ready. Let's go.
His brother is standing there, horrified,
Yep.
but
Yep.
ready.
Yep. All right, get him ready. Let's go.
I'm wearing good clothes today, so we are. I am prepared. I am Navius Goldsmith. I really am Navius Goldsmith.
Yes.
I can
Navius
be
Goldsmith, you were conversing with Victoria Winterrock just a moment ago.
Tony, insight.
Where's the what?
Insight.
I want to
That-
insight
okay,
him.
maybe.
So
Okay, cool.
Navius is a
Navius is a good one. We just sent the bad one away.
I cannot
know,
for the
but-
life of me keep
Yep,
straight.
22.
He is panicking. He is having a mini panic attack right now. He's
So,
just like,
so she's
Calm
gonna.
emotions.
I do. She's gonna come over, and I am going to stop, Navius. Breathe, Navius. Stop. Breathe.
I can do this.
You are going
Yes.
back to your life.
I'm going back to my life, to my family. I'm gonna get my family back. I'm going to get my family back. I'm going to do this. So see them again. Ready? Let's do this. I'm ready. Vittorio, who's that?
Teleportation circle.
Teleportation circle.
Back to the room below the trap door.
Vittorio has only been the Winter Knight for the last 15 years. All right. And all of a sudden he's back. You are all... It's just him or all of you?
Oh,
All
yeah.
of you are back in the waiter room, and he's just like standing over a broken chair. The trap door at this point, a sword made of ice, has already halfway through it and carving through the floor. And the next round, it's going to be gone. It's just going to have carved a nice.
Easy.
Navius, that is your chair. You came through that hole. It was a great practical joke.
Yes. Oh, practical. All of a sudden, shink, and just the door. He steps to the side. A half-frozen floor falls down below you, and slowly lowering down through some kind of levitate is a humanoid who is covered, who has a crown of frozen stars around his head. He looks Prince Charming from
Shrek.
From Shrek.
What?
Looks like that. Except he is wearing armor that is frost-ridden right now. It wasn't before. It looks like armor literally is just made of ice with his ice sword as he kind of descends down. He's like, all right, what is going on? And Navius will interject, attempting a bluff check with advantage. You've prepped him. Haha! What a fun joke this was. That my nephew, Decadic, has pulled a fast joke on me. Oh, remembered the name. Shit, Tony forgot the name. God, Victorio Winterrock of the Winter Court. Victorio. Okay. Victoria's like, this is a joke. We're joking here. This is.
What did you think it was? A kidnapping?
Do you think we would be that stupid?
Yes.
Don't you think it's a bit rude to wreck
Okay.
your host's house?
Fuck. Sir, this is Victoria. Sir, I do apologize. I'm going to, anyway, regardless, that's what's going to be happening at the left. So, we'll see you later tonight. And he just walks out of the room awkwardly, looks up, points his finger up. As it does, a frozen block of ice just fills the hole. It will melt. And he just kind of walks out.
And the moment he's out of earshot, she's like, thank goodness for the rule of hospitality. One of the 3 most important cardinal rules of the Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
And reciprocity.
That doesn't line up with anything.
Well,
About 6 rounds later, a couple other guards kind of open up the door. We heard a noise.
I will have mended the chair by then.
Oh, yeah, so you have a nice chair sitting in the middle of a room.
Yep.
But as they come in the door, be like, you might not want to come in here. One of my friends, bad clams.
Roll a...
Eagle performance.
Oh, Urk will gladly shit on that floor.
You know what? Instead of disadvantage, it'll just be a straight roll because you have an eagle in the background.
22.
22. They're like, of course. God, I can smell
We'll
the
get it cleaned up and we'll...
bird again with the bird.
Yes,
The bird again.
it's incredibly unfortunate that we have to go through this once
my
again.
And-
I don't know why we take that.
He insists keeping both birds, no matter what we say.
I'm gonna hide behind you because I am not in bird form. You just have
The
antlers sticking up on
concierge
either
is just
side.
kind of the concierge in the background is like, oh, go get the claws.
Thank you.
They're the symbol of my house.
Bird just shits all over the
Yes, the Smoots are
Forever.
descended from the long ancient line of Hooters.
Guards come in complaining they can hear something. I should hope so. I think that's the bare minimum for a guard.
The room is yours. The scene is yours. It is 11:08. So
We can wrap this up.
okay, wrap up. So you guys have successfully put the real Navius Goldsmith back. His brother Albus has been cured of the dragon sickness, avarice, which had plagued his mind and caused this entire scenario to happen. And he is safely in a demiplane. You're not sure how long he has to be in there. Maybe a few years.
Not too
But
Yeah.
eventually he may gain enough sanity so he's not a danger to himself.
If you know any other therapists, it might be helpful.
But
You'll
I'll
be
go
busy.
visit him.
Is this called aversion
I'll be
therapy?
busy. Is that what you're saying? All right.
next episode, I want everyone to prepare for it's a 2-day wedding. The first day is the binding ceremony in which Decadic has to be bound to his bride for the entire day. Obviously, Navius is going to switcheroo whom you're going to be marrying, so you marry the proper sister.
I have 50 feet of rope.
And
You calling him
and
fat?
prepare for wedding shenanigans, right? We're going to have a banquet. We're going to have things going on. There's obviously, I'm an asshole. Something's going to happen.
That was a lot.
So be prepared for wedding shenanigans. I like to call next episode. I'm going to call 2 weddings and a funeral.
2 weddings and a
But
funeral.
we already lost toast.
Well, to be
And
fair, we
hopefully
haven't
by
had a
then,
funeral.
of course,
Honestly, we haven't
Scarlet
lost him. We know where he
Maledendo
is.
will have returned from her state because she's currently a statue. So she's being unstatuified. So good job, everybody. I'll see you guys on episode 164
Should
next
come
time.
out blind for the one.